If it ever goes live, what the hell is it doing? There we go. It's a commercial break right now. Give me more screen, please. What the hell? Boy, that's a awful way to for them to do their screenings. All right, I guess it works, but it's weird the screen doesn't like optimize. Let me try and do something here really fast. Oh, the screen doesn't adjust. Okay. Oh, it does. Oh no, just that. All right, that's fine. For the Phillies, it'll be Rojas, Stott, and Bohm to lead it off against Eduardo Rodriguez. Let me get my playback up. What's up, Sam? What's up, Kenny? What's up, Cameron? What's up, Daniel? Yeah, the game should be on TV. It's free to watch. Just read the pinned comment. It's nice. It's a free to watch game today, so that's always good. Oh, hold on a moment. Let me know how the audio sounds. Hopefully, it's a good mix. Leave a like if you don't mind. Get some more people up in here, especially if you're excited. Yep, it's on Bally Sports today, Cameron. Yes, sir. Baseball is back. Let's go. Let's go, Daniel. What's up, man? But yeah, so to watch, there's a way to do it. All right, the Tigers are taking the field. Let's go. All right.
One of 20 for AJ Hinch and company.
I'm so fucking stoked right now.
Takes the ball.
Yeah, and I just think that he's got to be excited that first time out of the spring and in a Tiger uniform. And
all right, make sure you leave a like if you haven't. Get some people in here, get some more watching.
Get his work in, get used to Tucker Barnhart, get used
to
how they're going to work together.
Get settled in, and ready for a good game. Your class is starting in a minute. Just wanted to check in and say what's up. I'll be back around 3. All right, man. Have a good class. Oof, that sounds like a long class, Sam. That sucks.
3 live bullpen sessions, batting practice sessions. So
it'll be Johan Rojas, Bryson Stott, and Alec Bohm.
And the defense behind him. We had mentioned Riley Greene.
You're watching and working on homework. That's the way to do it.
With Akil Baddoo in left and Victor Reyes in
Baddoo, Green, and Reyes in the outfield with Candelario, Castro, Willie Castro also at second, and then Spencer Torkleson at first. Barnhart as well will be catching. So, oh, it's 2 classes. Oh, that's not too bad. Spencer Torkleson starting at first base. Riley Greene is playing center field. It's very exciting.
Yeah, and I think it's great that
no bias today, it doesn't look like. But we get Riley Greene in center field and Spencer Torkleson at first, so we get to see a little bit of the future this afternoon, which is quite exciting. What's up, Barry? How's it going, boss?
Just get that over with so they can get comfortable and get settled in and hopefully have a really good spring.
They looked comfortable when you and I were talking to them the other day. Here's the Phillies lineup. You probably won't recognize a lot of names. It's brought to you by your Metro Detroit.
Good. Yeah, go Tigers. So it'll be Rojas, Stott, Bohm, Hall, Sands, Maniac, Williams, Matten, and Ortiz. Looks like they're running kind of a, their alternate lineup today.
2016. So we're ready to start preseason baseball. And Rodriguez's first pitch is in there for a strike. And he is a strike thrower, isn't he, Dan?
He is, and attacking right.
Is the audio good, or do you guys want it turned up a little bit for the game?
First pitch, not just throwing it right down the
middle. It was a good pitch, strike 1.
Just a perfect location.
All right, they're setting up kind of low and outside. Comes up high and inside.
Good range by Willie Castro. Spins and fires.
And makes the play, 1 away. Good play by Castro. That was Willie Castro on the play.
Low fastball to start the first pitch of the game. Then
why do their hats look weird?
And gets the nice ground ball to Willie Castro, who's probably, he was at second base.
Is anyone else noticing their hats look really shiny?
That the Tigers were working on
Might be just a new style of the way they're doing hats, but like they look pretty slick.
Over the field for that utility spot.
Because he's been doing a lot of work at shortstop.
What's up, Kevin?
Second, ready for left field.
Strike one.
Field
Good
in
pitch.
general, when needed. We'll have
Hell
to
yeah,
fight
Kevin.
for a spot on the team.
I'm glad we're getting baseball this year.
And that's the beauty of what's going on here
Excuse me.
in Lakeland is the competition has really amped
Here's
up.
the second pitch. Good frame job, but they didn't get the
And I
call.
think that's by design.
So
too.
1 and
I
1,
think
just a bit
AJ
low.
Likes that to bring in as many people and hey, we're not
Maybe
just
even
gonna
outside
give
a little
away
bit, but-
spots and just throw them at you. You know, they're going to make you earn it, and that's why there's so many different arms.
Kinda setting up
especially
in the
that
same
number 5
spot.
in the rotation.
Missed it again.
Behind in the count to
So now it'll be 2 and 1.
Torkelson.
Yeah, the hats look shiny, right? They look weird.
How he and Riley
What's up, Benjamin? How you doing,
just
boss?
kind of
Welcome, welcome.
meshed in nicely. Players hoping they make the team. because
Voight's going to the Padres? Really?
and they
Sheesh.
both matured greatly.
Phew, good pitch, 2-2.
2-2 to start.
What was that?
You know, Torkelson
Oh, they didn't have a
at
speed
first
on
base
that.
Again, you know, he was spending a lot of time with Alan Trammell over at third base when he was first drafted and signed, and now I think he's comfortable and just.
All right, here we go.
getting
Here's
back
the
to
pitch
his familiar
to
place
Bryson
over there at
Stott.
first base.
Says it's like riding a bike, going back to first base.
And
Foul ball.
fouls it away, 1 and 2. Or 2 and 2 it remains,
It's
sorry.
interesting he brings up your old teammate Alan Trammell. That's the guy who has influenced him most. When I asked
There
that
we
of
go. I was
Torkelson
gonna
the
say,
other
why
day,
wasn't
he
that
mentioned
updating?
Trammell. I asked Riley Greene. He said Robbie Grossman has really made an impact.
They
on
do
him.
look shiny. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, I'm very happy too, Benjamin. And fouls it away. Good first base.
Meanwhile, Rodriguez, speaking of Grossman,
What happened with good? Oh, Voight. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, I'm wondering where Correa's going to go. All of a sudden, the Orioles have popped up as like a likely destination to sign him.
Well, and I think, you know, he threw 200.
Orioles have no. They're like, well, you want a 1-year deal? We'll give you a 1-year deal. How much you want, dude? If it's a 1-year deal, you're after. We're the Orioles. We don't give a shit. We'll give you 1 year. We'll give you a shitload of money too. We're not busy.
We've seen a lot of this too so far, Shep, where and AJ mentioned it about the pitchers.
And they
being
probably
able
would
to
get him
hit
for a
hitters
year
at this
too, and pay him
point.
like $25 million to play
We've seen a lot
baseball there
of
for 1
late
year.
swings on
I think they're
fastballs.
waiting on a developmental prospect anyway, probably at short, so might as well. Hey, good pitch. Struck his ass out. Good outside action there.
Rodriguez.
Uncomfortable looking swing right there, and it just looked like Eduardo Rodriguez again just power.
All right, now Bohm is up with 2 away.
Against the
Alec
left-handed
Bohm's pretty
pitching
good.
Stott. And this is just one out over the plate, and just a very weak swing right there after the previous one that was very, very late and hit down the left field line.
When he was first introduced to Tigers fans in the middle of November,
Here we go.
somebody had asked him a very interesting question.
Ooh, good pitch. Got him to get out in front and ground it out, and there we go, 3 away. Let's go.
Our broadcast here on Valley Sports Detroit.
You guys signed Freddie Freeman? Hell yeah, Weapon.
Coming up.
I'm going to mute it because it's going to commercial break. Commercial break is now on, so I'm going to have it muted while it's on a commercial break. It'll be the Tigers coming up with Badu, Riley Greene, and Miguel Cabrera. Badu, Greene, and Miguel Cabrera. So we'll potentially see, some Riley Greene against Major League pitching. Pitching for the Phillies will be Michael Kelly. So maybe not exactly. Your alma mater, UCLA, almost let me down. Yeah, there was almost a slew of upsets last night, and there was a bunch of upsets last night. It was quite the wild experience. Some team called like St. Peter's Cox won. That's hilarious. Like a team that named that funny shouldn't be able to win. You know what I mean? That seems like it shouldn't be allowed. But again, I'll unmute it once the game pops back on and we actually have like game to watch. So, I'm excited. We get to watch the debut of Riley Greene here. He bats second. That's a fun top of the lineup. Badu, Greene, Cabrera, Candelario, Torkelson, Barnhart, Reyes, Castro, and Castro. Not bad. Other than the fact that Willie Castro won't be in there because of, fucking Baez. Not bad. They're looking to trade for Frankie Montas, Sean Manaea. Yeah, Andrew, I think they're in the market heavily because they were also trying to get Greinke or they've been in on a number of starting pitchers that are signing, so they're clearly thinking they need one more guy. Boom.
Spraying everybody into the ballpark, making sure that we're protected.
You getting a Baez jersey? Nah, probably not. I get a Torque jersey first.
Ford dealers fired up to watch Riley Greene, the Tigers minor league player of the year. He bats second.
He bats second. Let's go. So it'll be Badu, Green, Cabrera, Candelario, Torkelson, Barnhart, Reyes, Harold Castro, Willie Castro.
Who drilled 30 home runs.
What was the old link? I'll have to look, Baseball Kid. I think it was buffstreams.io or I don't know. I'll have to look around. But right now, since it's free on MLB, like it's easiest just to do it this way today.
Yeah, and you just look at
you just got to go over to MLB.com, make an account. Then you can watch on MLB.tv the free games. The Houston game's free, Tampa Bay's game's free, this game's free, the Yankees game's free, the Cincy game later is free against the Guardians is free. There's a number of free games today. I think a lot of the spring training, they just like to make them free. It's a lot easier. All right, here comes Akil Baddoo.
And here we go with Akil Baddoo, and what a story he was a year ago. So much fun.
All right. Hopefully this guy developed in a good way, and we actually see, like, we see the development of Akil this season into kind of a better hitter overall. Get the average up from 260 or 257 rather.
He is never satisfied.
It's not fair to round up with batting averages. Fouled it away. Hey, made contact, fouled it away. Your Dodgers, dude, yeah, your team is crazy, Weapon. It's not even fair how good the Dodgers are right now. You guys getting Freeman was crazy. I didn't see that one coming. I thought he was going to wind up staying in Atlanta for cheap. Finally, somebody decided not to fucking stay for cheap with that team. Hey, Akil makes contact. Oh, he grounds out. Good defensive play, but Baddoo grounds out, makes solid contact though. You got to like that sound that the bat makes, that loud pop noise that comes. That's a good noise. All right, Riley Greene, let's go. I think Weapon's from Los Angeles though, Daniel.
A lot of excitement around this young man, and for good reason. Put on some weight.
I think it's a little different though,
Said he ate a lot more.
I think he went to UCLA.
Last year he said he lost a few pounds as the season went on. You and I said just come dine with us for a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of Dodgers bandwagon fans, so yeah. Oh, good contact, fouls it away. Does Riley Greene? 0-1.
Changing their diets and eating more chicken and fish, and I think he was talking about eating, fast food and everything. Yeah, that'll put it on you. I'm not sure that's exactly what the nutritionist like, but
his metabolism's a lot better than ours, so I don't worry about him. Pulls that one foul. He's quickly
fouls another one away. Quickly 0-2 now for Greene. That's not exactly ideal.
And Riley Greene and Spencer Torkelson have been down here for a good solid month. They took part in the minor league mini camp, so they've been seeing live batting practice. And
all right, come on now, Greene. They're gonna throw him something off speed and out of the zone, so he has to be ready for it. All right, he didn't swing at it. Good job.
And it hit Riley Greene, so he's
it hit him. Cool. Hell yeah. What a terrible pitch. We'll be talking with AJ. Charge the mound, Riley. Don't take no shit from these Phillies.
Spencer Torkleson, the rest of his coming up here in the second.
Dodgers already the champs. They should be, Daniel. You're a Dodgers fan, aren't? No, you're a Cardinals fan. Atlanta got smashed. That lineup lost. Arguably 100 home run between Jock and Freeman. Yeah, that's not good. But, I mean, they still have a number of really good players. And I think Marcell Ozuna is going to be welcome to come back to the league. One out, one on for the Tigers. So you got one on, one out. Riley Greene over at first. I wonder what kind of speed he's got to steal. Strike one to Cabrera. Old Miggy playing DH willingly this year.
The whole discussion about whether Torkelson will make this team, and Cabrera says, look, I'll take the DH spot. I'm open to everything. I'm here to help field the best team.
You guys got Greg Holland. Not bad.
And the young kids have all talked about.
Yeah, Cabrera's willing to play DH. I know if you're a Tigers fan, you know the level of disdain he's had in the past for converting over to a DH has been something that's been a bad thing to try to figure out. Now he's willing to just go play DH if it means Torkelson makes the team, which is awesome. It's really cool to see that.
He's always smiling, enjoying playing the game.
It's a sign that this team's is coming soon. Yeah, they're nervous about him. Catcher's nervous about Riley running.
What a thrill it was last year to watch.
Yeah, Daniel.
him chase
Yeah,
500.
yeah. I think he's from California too. He's a Rams fan, Lakers fan, and a St. Louis Cardinals fan. I just don't think he likes California baseball.
And the countdown to 3,000 hits.
I think he's from St. Louis or something like that, even maybe, or something like that. I don't remember the specifics. Or he's from around. It's like a weird. He liked them because of the St. Louis Rams part.
He should get there quickly, Dan. Don't you think?
Yep, Magic Cards Rams. That's what it is.
I just get a kick out of when he talks about, hey, home runs are hard to hit. You know, it took me a while to get to that.
It's been very consistent with his teams. Yep.
To get there, but
I think he liked them when they were the St. Louis Rams, even, if I'm not mistaken, right, Daniel? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Should come quickly for me.
Here's the pitch. Oh, ball gets away. Riley Greene's going to get down to second. Got a pass ball, 2-2. So now we'll have a runner at second with 1 out and 2-2 count for Miguel Cabrera.
Cabrera will get there for 3,000 hits.
Yeah, he needs 12 or 13.
As well. Look at the names that he's trying to reach. Roberto
Jesus,
Clemente, one of
dude.
the greatest of all time. Eddie Murray, all these guys.
He could pass Barry Bonds. That's pretty crazy in one stat.
Hall of Famers.
You were a Ram fan a few years.
But the
Yeah.
combination of the homers and the doubles and the hits is really what is magnificent.
No, he didn't go.
There's
3-2.
only 3 others, or 2 others rather.
Full count now for Cabrera. Runner at second, 1 away.
3,000 hits and 600 doubles.
Yeah, well, when your team
When
just
you're
won the title
mentioning
finally.
Henry Aaron and Albert Pujols, that's pretty darn good stuff.
Yeah, it is. I remember last year when they mentioned Babe Ruth to him, and he just, like he was impressed with that.
Well, I might be wrong. I might have it mixed up with someone else because I know a couple Rams fans. That drops base hit. That could score a run. No, Green couldn't go. Damn it. That's all right. All right, now we'll have runners at the corners, 1 away. Green didn't. The ball kind of blooped, and I don't think he expected it to.
Of breaking pitches.
Yeah, who cares? Why does it matter, Weapon? He's just a fan. He won before they won the Super Bowl. He became a fan during the Jared Goff era, at least. I'm very excited. I have high expectations for this team. This is a playoff team, in my opinion. If nobody gets hurt and everything keeps on the way it's been going the last 2-3 seasons, this is a playoff team. Are they going to be a deep run playoff team? I think inexperience might kill them, but I do think this is a team that could shock a lot of people who don't think they're going to be as good as I do. But again, last year I was in a very small minority of people that was not at all surprised that they finished as good as they played as good as they did after the bad start. I remember I even predicted it. It needs to update. Hold on. All right, there we go. Sorry, just I'm not looking at for some reason it's being shitty. You know how it is. Candelario now. Oh, damn it. Boop. Nope. That didn't get deep enough either, so Riley's going to have to hold. It'll be 2 on and 2 out. Runners at the corners and 2 away. All right, here comes Spencer Torkleson. Oh, shit.
You can just feel it.
Yeah, the Tigers did entirely, but yeah.
With Torkelson.
Here we go. Fucking killer of the base. This dude hit like 33 home runs.
Both of them, they look like they belong, and they also talk.
Yeah, bandwagons. If you've been a fan before a team achieves high levels of success, I don't know. It's a weird statement.
Like one of the gang. They haven't made the team yet, but they're not just those rookies. Like
Rams were bad the last couple of years.
In a high prospect.
So.
But they're part of the gang.
No, he wasn't calling you a bandwagon fan at all.
The way the veterans are treating them.
He quickly said, no, he wasn't talking about you.
West Michigan, 9 weeks in Erie.
All right, here we go. 1-0 here's the 1-0 to Torque. Runners at the corners, 2 away. Up high, ball 2. Hey, he's fearful.
Shep, I like that too. And they did the
no, if you were a fan of the Rams during their really bad couple of years, I think the couple bad years there, with Jared Goff, then you're a fan, dude.
I think that's really important that you get comfortable, but yet when you just figure a level out, they keep pushing you and sending you.
It's a depressing thing being a Tigers fan. 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, Weapon. He wasn't trying to call you a bandwagon fan. He was just saying the Dodgers have a lot of those.
Thinking, hey, I've succeeded in baseball.
2-1 for Torkelson.
Shouldn't be an issue, and then he struggled. But you look back at it, the struggles actually helped him get better.
Hope the audio's fine. Let me know if it needs to be a tick louder.
The 2-1.
Ah, skied it. Drop it. He got it.
Threatened, failed to score. AJ Hinch will give us his thoughts on how camp has gone so far. He joins us live.
Well, they get 2 on, but they failed to produce. So gonna have to mute it because it's a commercial break here. Muting it because it's a commercial break. Well, that was a decent inning. It was nice to see the offense stretch out a bit. It'll be Hall, Sands, and Moniak, whoever the hell those people are. It'll be Derek Hall, Donnie Sands, and Mickey Moniak. I'm sure Eduardo's still going to be pitching, but it's you know how spring training goes. He could be done. Like, it's just one of those things. What's up, Tristan? But I'll unmute out all the audio once the game actually comes back on. Right now, it's just commercials. Looks like Bryce Harper. Is that Bryce Harper? It looked like Bryce. I don't know. Looked crazy. The dude looked fucking. You know how Bryce kind of has those crazy ass looking eyes? I was like, well, those look like Bryce Harper's crazy looking eyes in that AT&T commercial. Yeah, I don't care. I think it's hilarious when people bandwagon because people get really butthurt. If I wasn't so such a passionate fan of the teams I like, I would 100% only root for the best teams every year. It'd be annoying. I'd be the greatest bandwagon fan too because you wouldn't be able to beat my logic on being a bandwagon fan. I'd be like, well, what's the point of watching the game with the shitty teams? I don't want to watch the shitty teams. I want to enjoy the game. I want to watch a team dominate the rest of this league. What's wrong with that? Why is that a bad fan? I'm loyal to the game, baby. I want the best teams winning. So when I see the best team, I root for them. I'm like, yes, dominate. I root for success. I don't root for shittiness. I don't want to watch the Lions lose 50 games in 3 years. That shit's embarrassing. But I do that because I like, I'm not, I fucking get really passionate about fandom because I'm a fucking dweeb.
From the dugout here on Valley Sports. AJ, great to see you. Thanks as always for the hospitality and appreciate you doing this. Eduardo Rodriguez, 11 pitches, 9 strikes in the first inning. Yeah, that's pretty darn efficient.
Watch at least 30 home games every season. Dodgers is
that's the reason you got him, right? He's that kind of guy.
No doubt about it. How good is it to see players on the field?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with being a fandom, but I also don't think there's anything wrong with bandwagon, so I take a different approach to that. And I'm fine with I actually get more annoyed with fair weather fans than anything, but I get it more.
He came in really equipped with a 70-pitch bullpen the other day, so he is he's well into the mid-spring training season form, and
you could accuse me of fair weather fandom, but I just didn't watch the Brad Ausmus era Tigers because of creative differences. Strike 2, good pitch. 0-2 quickly now on Hall.
Conditions that you want them to get their first game.
Hit 230 in AAA last season, 120 games.
The intensity has to pick up a little bit. We all know coming to spring training over the years.
Send $1 for weapon for my troubles. Hey, there you go.
Pretty casual, pretty get into
good.
Nice and easy.
Hell yeah, Daniel. I appreciate it, man. I didn't see it. I appreciate it. You're very, very kind.
I guess 3 weeks from today we're opening up against the White Sox. So good to see.
Lions are your favorite team. That's not wrong with that. What's up, Hayden? You watching this at school? Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. Thank you, Daniel. You're too kind, my friend.
Go about handling those challenges.
Yeah, a little bit of both. I mean, there's no matter
what
you
to 4
do
games. Oh yeah.
You look around. Candies is ready to go.
Under on good, but they still play hard. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with liking your favorite teams. Because I also get passionate fandom. 1 away, by the way. The guy struck out.
You want to make sure the outfielders
0-1. Now up to bat is Mickey or Donnie Sands. Sorry, I still got to get used to the screen there.
Leading up to the first game, so I'll pay attention to like something as small as Riley Greene being on the bases for the whole time, Miguel Cabrera being on base for the whole time.
God damn it, Willie Castro.
Go after in the outfield. Just we've got to make sure we believe them physically where they're at. We've got to make sure that.
Well, hey guys, guess who just made an error already? It's just like last season. You know how happy he probably is that we have Javier Baez ready to go this year? Oh boy, is that annoying, because that was a routine fucking hit ball. Oh man, I remember why I don't like Willie Castro really quickly. Oh.
A little bit. I think we got to take your evaluation skills and be kind of big picture mindset at the beginning of spring. Like there's nothing anybody can do today to make the team or not make the team.
SoFi is super expensive, isn't it?
To make a final conclusion. I mean, obviously we know a lot about these guys. It doesn't surprise what they do doesn't really surprise us.
1 away. Good play by Candelario at third. Or now 2 away. 2 away, sorry. Runner at first with 2 away. Top of the second. Now up for them. Mickey Moniak flew out. Is Justin Williams. Now up is Justin Williams. He looks really fast.
The answer will kind of
He's kind of got that like lanky ass frame that you're like, oh great. Uh-oh, he's a left fielder too. He's an outfielder. This motherfucker's gonna fly if he gets around the bases.
You know, we come with a lot of enthusiasm into the spring. Our guys are ready.
Favorite Tiger right now? Probably Casey. Well, Cabrera, because he's still on the team. He's my favorite baseball player ever.
There's a lot of buzz.
I was gonna say, Daniel, I agree. It's super expensive.
Yeah, that's great. And then you got to play the games.
Live chat, Tristan. You should put it on live chat because you get the exact chats as they come.
I want our confidence up.
Cabrera, but my favorite young one is Casey Mize because I like pitching more than I like offense.
Be honest with ourselves, we didn't turn double plays that well last year.
Which is hypocrite. If you ever hear me talk, I bitch about how the game babies pitching and defense, which it does, and it hates offense, and it does. But my favorite thing is pitching. That's just strike.
Kind of too proud of ourselves too soon.
What was it? Too low?
Coming out of the chute too in spring training.
Whatever. He's not giving anything around the knees.
Confidence, you know, saying, hey, we're going to win it and everything like that. But you walk around.
Yeah, live chat's the way to go. Yeah, Casey Mize is awesome. I think he's a future Cy Young winner.
Your group about, hey, we're not satisfied. We really want to do some things this year.
Yeah, we're tired of it being somebody else's.
But Cabrera is my literal all-time favorite baseball player. Ah, son of a bitch.
Nice choice there to throw the ball to second base by Riley.
Yep. Let him go to third. There's 2 away.
You know, you take that energy.
But now they got runners at the corners themselves with 2 away.
We're not going to let us get too far down the road in what we're going to do. You know, towards the end of the season, we're going to try to win.
More about defense and offense. Yeah, Matthew Boyd signed with I forgot what team, the Angels or something.
Where the standards are, and I know
favorite Tigers is Javier Baez. I get it. I mean, you know, he's probably going to be a lot of people's favorite Tiger for a minute because he's going to seem like a monster when he gets put on this baseball team compared to what we're used to. Because, like, you know, I get it. It's been a minute.
I want to ask you about Tucker Barnhart because you're so in tune with catchers. What do you like most about his makeup?
Well, I like the first pitch of the game that he stole from below the zone. That's the first start. Is I like his receiving back there and
ball
I
outside.
like his energy, his charisma. He loves the pitchers.
1-0, 2 on, 2 out. Runners at the corners for the Phillies here in the top of the second. No score in the game.
But he understands the responsibility of the position.
Let me make sure this is. For some reason, this isn't updating. There we go.
So if Tucker's body language is good,
here's the 1-0.
The pitcher knows that he's into
Miss it. He's not giving that spot at all.
That's the true essence and responsibility of the pitcher.
You're good, Daniel. I don't think he's mad. I think he's just talking.
He's somebody that is a magnet.
But I don't know. He could be. I don't know.
Perfectly in the club that we're building.
I think everything's all good. Everything's copacetic.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you don't know quite as much as you know when you.
The Giants. Oh, it's Giants. Thank you. Okay. Okay. That's gonna score a run. Oh, never mind. It's just a high flyer. Boop. All right. They threaten but don't score, just the same way. So both teams strand some guys at the corners in their at-bats, but now neither team really scores. Tigers will get their second chance here coming up after the commercial break. Muting the audio because it's a commercial break. It'll be Tucker Barnhart, Victor Reyes, and Harold Castro due up. So the error doesn't seem to be super costly. It doesn't seem to hurt the Tigers in any kind of big way, but it's just a stark reminder of, boy, oh boy. Willie Castro is going to be not that good. I don't even know if he makes the team. But we'll see. If you haven't left a like, consider doing so that way we can try to get up around 20. I think we're at 11 likes, so I appreciate that. But, you know, would appreciate it if you left a like. That way we can maybe get some more people up in here. Plus, we try to get at least 20 on all these kind of like live react to game streams. So, you know, if you feel like it. But thank you for tuning in so far tonight. Hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully you're excited about baseball. I know I was rather nervous that we weren't going to actually have baseball this year. If you want to get called out, change your YouTube name. Do you deal with a lot of shit, Daniel, because you have you're a ref, you have that as your name? That's pretty funny. It's been another slow day in the NFL. It seems like that most of the major stuff is kind of calmed way down. Good stream. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a good stream so far. Just waiting for the actual action to pick back up. Oh man, my arms need to stretch. There we go. My left shoulder's been bothering me lately. I don't know what I did. Oh, I think it's already back on. All right, game's back on.
By the Jeep Celebration event.
It'll be Barnhart, Victor Reyes, and Harold Castro here in the bottom of the second. No score. Both teams have a hit. Tigers have an error, and that's pretty much the game summary. Good pitching and, just kind of weird, hitting on the Tigers.
Mickey York and our entire Valley Sports Tigers broadcast family. I'm Matt Shepard. Welcome on a Friday afternoon. So glad you're with us, and so glad to be around fans again. It's just something you take it for granted, but it's just so refreshing to be able to hear people. Stop my partner.
Good rip, and he fouled it away. 0-1 quickly to Barnhart to start off the inning.
Him play, get a picture with him.
Boy, they must have new people working the cameras today. It's the shakiest I've ever seen a baseball game broadcast.
Victor Reyes and Harold Castro due up for Detroit.
Going all the way, I don't know about all that. I think they can make a playoff push, though, and be a playoff team. I think they're rather young to be a World Series contender. They have some decent veterans, but overall they're very young. At their the core of the team, most of these guys they're gonna have 3 guys as rookies this year.
247 a year ago, 7 bombs and 48 runs driven in.
They're still a little bit. They're on their way.
Yeah, you talk about.
And who knows with what the pitching staff's gonna look like, and there's still a bit of issues.
And now it's just a matter of how does he handle the staff? How does he, the young guys, get to know their pitches that they throw, what they like to throw in certain counts.
I don't know if Daniel Berry and I wouldn't classify those two as good friends. Weapon.
It does, and it's very important for a pitcher too, because you've got to.
There's a whole history behind Nuzdar and Daniel Berry that's quite that actually broke him.
Here's the lineup. Here's
I would consider those two to be mortal enemies.
You should throw them to these particular hitters, but sometimes you're out there and you may not have a good slider or something like that, so you're going to rely on that.
2-2 count here for Barnhart, and he gets a piece of it, just kind of dribbles it out to the shortstop. Should be the first out of the inning, and it is 1 away. Now up is Victor Reyes.
You're seeing a lot of breaking pitches. I think most of the time pitchers come out and they like to throw a lot of fastballs, work on hitting their spots. But so far, Michael Kelly is, just showing the fastball and throwing a lot of breaking pitches to some of these hitters, the Tiger hitters.
Dan, here comes a guy who finished really strong a year ago.
All right, Victor Reyes.
Last 49 games hit 320.
I know, Daniel, you just try to be cool, but it seems to come to you naturally.
Right groin strain, Victor Reyes.
0-1 to Reyes now.
He's in the mix for that crowded, talented outfield. When you look at names like we mentioned Green or Robbie Grossman, Akil Baddoo, Victor Reyes, Derek Hill, Daz Cameron, all part of it.
Ball 1, just a bit outside.
And then you have the mix of a guy like Eric Haas, who's become extremely valid.
Yeah, that second pitch here, as you can see on the screen, was just a little bit outside. It was just a bit high, just a little outside.
Play the outfield. Harold Castro can play the outfield, so plenty of good competition all around and decisions to be made. In the count, 2-1.
Yeah, it just gives AJ another weapon to have a switch hitter also. Just that.
I'm gonna be honest, Weapon. Nuzdar doesn't come around here anymore. Well, I don't know why you keep bringing Nuzdar up. Me and Nuzdar, for all intents and purposes, seem to be in a truce. I just think we don't. I got no issues with Nuz right now. He just fucked off. We're good here.
Used to be a switch hitter, and then
I don't hold long beef like that. I'm not a grudge holder. If he dipped out, he's dipped out. He's doing his own thing.
We'll see how it progresses throughout the spring.
Should have let that go. That would have been ball 4. 3-2.
See that high fastball when we talk about when
he's gone.
The pitchers being ahead of the hitters and
out of sight, out of mind, man. That's how I view things.
A little tardy on that one. Had a good hitters count right there, and should be looking fastball and just a little bit tardy.
Yeah, I fouled it away.
Reyes played in the Venezuelan Winter League, helped his team to the finals, and hit over 300 during
that ginormous woman with she has a little fan on her. It's hilarious. Keep that bitch on the screen. Now I don't know where she's at. I lost her.
Another payoff.
Oh, there she is. I found her.
And he'll take the free pass.
Ball four. She's like, you can see her on the screen. And she's like holding a little thing, and you could just like see it's like looks like someone holding a phone, but it's actually a little fan. It's hilarious. She's got on like this horrible striped shirt.
This guy last year was just such a valuable.
All right, Harold Castro up with 1 on and 1 out. Bottom of the second, no score.
And such a good leader too. You know, he's one of those guys.
Castro was one of the pretty good bright spots. Hit 280 last year.
Hispanic players really lean on Harold for his guidance, his leadership.
You saw his numbers there. The 106 games, a career high for him.
We're on the TTC.
He looks good. He feels good.
Yeah, no, we're watching baseball, guys. I don't know how this even started.
Shook our hand, patted us on the shoulder. How you guys doing?
I'm ignoring it now. I'm just going to talk about the game. 0-1.
Great smile. Up the middle. Could be 2. Starts turning.
And it is.
Time. The Tigers are out in the
All right, well, that'll be a double play. Good turn by the Phillies there. That kind of sucks. We'll go to the top of the third.
For the visiting Phils.
Going to mute it because it's going to commercial break. Commercial break now. And it'll be Jalen Ortiz. I'm going to assume that Jhilyn is Jalen. That sounds like the name, right? I'm assuming the H is silent, but I'm bad at baseball names. There's Johan Rojas and Bryson Scott. So it'll be 9-1 and 2 for the Phillies due up here in the top of the third. I would assume they're going to let Eduardo Rodriguez pitch the third, and that'll be about it. Oh, this is so cringy. No, you're good, Daniel. It's not. It's fine. I know, Daniel. That's my exact thoughts too, dude. It's like, come on, man. Just be normal. The TTC is so bad, dude. The TTC is so weird. I'm sorry, Weapon. This, like, come on, man. Just watch baseball, man. Talk about Grim Reapers and shit.
Season started. You heard AJ Hinch earlier in our
Weapon's
broadcast.
fucking about to go Super Saiyan.
Facing the 9-1 and 2 hitters here in the third. Dan, how many starts?
Kaioken times 10
to really feel like yourself.
Well, it's usually about 5 or 6.
1-0 here for Ortiz.
About 6 weeks of spring training.
Ground ball up the middle. It'll get through.
This time, so you got to get it right now while you can.
Base hit up the middle for Jalen Ortiz to lead off the Phils third.
Rodriguez is, again, just coming right after these Phillies hitters. Just a good low fastball. And all it is just a ground ball. Just happens to find the hole up the middle. But coming into this inning, he'd only thrown 23 pitches, 18 strikes. So that's the thing. Usually in a first outing, first kind out of the chute, your control is not as sharp as you'd like. You're not hitting your spots.
Well, Miles, I have pretty good expectations for the Tigers this year.
I said earlier
I'm hoping they're a wild card team because I do think the White Sox have quite the fucking stacked baseball team this year. So I'm having to deal with a little bit of that. But I do think we're a strong case for one of the wild card teams. That's about where I'm expecting. Could we win a series if we get lucky? But I think we're also a bit young, and I think a bit of inexperience is going to doom them.
Everybody's trying to get that little bit of an edge to pick up something. you know, the film and everything that they.
But this has the
are they looking down before on a breaking ball? Are
the
they,
pieces of a playoff
any
team, I
kind
guess
of
is the right
little
word.
Flinch, you know, do they move their finger a certain way?
I don't know the Grim Reaper.
Particular
I'm
pitch?
sorry.
Just anything that they can pick up to tip, and it's constantly, the coaches are constantly watching for any of that.
1-2 to Johan Rojas, who played at 3 levels of the Phillies farm system a year ago, a rookie ball, A ball, and then finished the year at high A. Grounded to short his first time up. There's the 1-2.
Weapon, are you just in here to like have beef with people? Like I'll just get rid of you, dude. Like this isn't the TTC, dude. I don't give a shit about any of that faggy shit that you guys do over there. I'm gonna be honest, like I don't give a fuck about any of that, dude. Like it's so fucking gay to me. It's not even funny.
And get familiarized, and hey, what have you been doing? What have you been working on?
Like if you can't let that shit not be here, then just like I don't want you to be here, man. This isn't the TTC. This isn't the tough dudes talking online to each other club.
Okay, what did you do? What did you work on? Were you working on your
that's not what we.
You know, yeah, they have a plan.
I don't care about any of that.
Exit meeting and give them, hey, this is what you need to do. And
yeah, I think so too, Miles. I think so too.
So he's had to be reintroduced to everybody.
I just hope we don't have as bad a start as we did last year, which is what has inevitably doomed us.
So he has to trust that the players are giving him a good self-evaluation of where they are right now.
Snap throw to first, and he's safe.
Back in safely is Ortiz.
2-2 count, though, for Rojas. With the runner at first, nobody out, top of the third.
Like that, too.
Yeah, I'm
right
just going to
I'm not afraid to back pick.
time him out for a little bit
away.
here.
Just watching in between innings. You know,
see long rambling discussions about Grim Reapers and devils and fucking monsters under the bed and shit. I don't care for any of that.
Straight throw, no tail whatsoever out of Barnhart.
Soon they're gonna be like, we summoned Bloody Mary and we're coming to get you. I guess not, Daniel. I guess you shouldn't be allowed to comment that some teams have bandwagon fans. That's, I guess, a slight against him.
From Rodriguez, very good pitch. He's been coming after him with a lot of different,
He's starting it, dude. He talks shit about me. No, he didn't. He literally he said the Dodgers have bandwagon fans. Pretty suspicious you took that offensively.
Second time he faces Bryson Stott.
0-1.
Starts him out 0-1. The other thing you're going to love about Eduardo Rodriguez is he's a guy who does.
1 on, 1 out here for the Phillies. It'll be Stott at up to bat. 0-1 count. Let's see what Rodriguez does here. This is probably the last inning we'll see much of Rodriguez.
And his staff have been preaching to their pitchers.
Ground ball. And it'll snake through.
Rojas all the way to third.
Man, am I glad we at least are going to have half this shit fixed up. That was smoked up pretty good, though. It'll be runners at the corners and 1 away. Not exactly an ideal situation here. Dun, 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 dun.
Again, gets the ground ball. Just happens to find a hole up the middle. Very easily could have been that double play. But you like that he's coming right after him. Not a lot of hard contact. Getting a couple of ground balls that are finding some holes. So not only is he just coming right after him, but limiting that hard contact.
So hopefully everyone's having a good afternoon. It's just about 2 o'clock in the top of the third here. 1 on, or 2 on, 1 out.
To end the first. Takes a strike. Bone was drafted.
Dude, kill yourself.
By Philadelphia, 3rd overall in the 2018
in a video game. Just jump right off the tallest building in GTA and just grow up, dude. You're like an adult, and you fight online. Grow up, bro. You're probably almost in your 30s, dude. Like, grow up. You fucking loser.
You can start to see that Eduardo's.
Dude, I do blood sports on the internet. What's up, Phillies fan? Welcome, welcome. You guys have, aren't you guys in all of a sudden the running to get Nick Castellanos?
3 different fastballs for Eduardo Rodriguez, right, Dan?
He's got the four-seamer and a sinker. The sinker, doesn't throw quite as much as he does.
But went high.
Really on the four-seamer and the
1-2 count now for Bohm.
I think the cutter, they might
With 2 on and 1 out.
And then the slider.
You guys are going to be terrifying when you have your regular lineup in with Schwarber, Harper, potentially Castellanos. That's a murderer's row to deal with.
Another one foul.
Yeah, just get rid of the guy. There's no reason to deal with that. I don't care for any of that shit, dude. I'm not on the internet to do fucking blood sports. It's lame. Some people enjoy it. I don't. And as I get older and older, it just seems gayer and gayer. I'm just going to be honest. Just like, ugh, ew. Fucking fuck each other then. Yeah, they're going to have to give up a run for an out, but hey, they'll get 1 out. They'll concede the run, though, so the Phillies will take a 1-0 lead here in the third. 1-0 Phillies here in the top of the third. Then they have a runner at second as well. Bohm does the job to some extent and gets the run in. It'll be Hall up now, Derek Hall up.
Yeah, again, he executed that pitch, gets it up, and just not.
It was just kind of a slow dribbler, so they never had a shot at the guy at second or the guy at home.
That ball that was just topped came in.
Good aware running by the Phillies base runners to move very quickly once they realized that was hit on the ground and it was hit slow enough to advance and make a move. Good job. Here's the fouled it away 0-1 for Hall. So Phillies will take the first run, and they will take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third, but there is 2 away, runner at second, and Hall up to bat now. Here's the 0-1.
I think that's that first step. You get those good
Never mind, he's still deciding the pitch.
And it's that boom, getting that good jump, either coming in
now here's the
0-1. Going side to side.
Yeah, kill yourselves.
Eduardo Rodriguez ahead 0-2 to Derek Hall, but number 4 hitter in the Phillies lineup today, playing first base. Joe Girardi in Philadelphia, a team that
go fight with people who fight on the internet, dude. That's not what I do. Fucking weirdos, dude.
82 up, 80 down for Philadelphia. The 0-2.
And that should be the third out.
And the Phils are out. They score.
Oh yeah, no, it's just weapon on random accounts, dude. Who cares?
In the third, and Riley Greene will bat third for Detroit.
All those dudes are fucking weirdos, dude. Let them do what they want. I trigger that community without even trying. It's like light work. I am undefeated against that community. I get them fucking baby rage angry every time I open my mouth. They can't handle it. They all sound like this. And they all claim to be rocket scientists, so you know how that goes. Very hilarious group of people. Most of them probably grip their fork like this when they eat. And chew like that. They're all genuinely like the guys who like had to hold each other's belts when they walked to lunch in the afternoons. Like that's every one of them. Like as soon as you see or hear them speak, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. And you're just like, I shouldn't. So I don't really like to make fun of those guys. I play along with the delusions. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, you're super smart, huh? But you don't know how to use grammar. It's crazy. Not even once. Even when you're trying to sound smart, you're getting everything wrong. That's adorable. What's up, Paul? Welcome back, my friend. Yeah. But I'm not going to really deal with them too long. It's a commercial break. That's the only reason they're getting like addressed. And they're doing the alternate account thing they do now. All right, the game's back on. Let's go. Tigers down 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Let's see if they can get a run back.
A shirt featuring your favorite Detroit teams as well as the
Yeah, it's going to be hilarious when they lose in the World Series again. What's up, Rams fan? What's up, Chase?
Visit runsignup.com. That's runsignup.
We got baseball back finally. We got Castro. It'll be Willie Castro, Badu, and Green this inning. 9-1-2 for the Tigers. Hopefully we can get some runs back.
Tigers and the Phillies. Visitors up 1-0.
Oh, Michael. No, they have Cam Bedrosian.
And Riley Greene due up for Detroit.
Bedrosian? Cam Bedrosian. Okay, I got it right the second time. Where can you watch for free? In the pinned comment, my friend. If you go to MLB.com and make an account today, you can watch the Tigers game for free. And then you can watch several other. There's a bunch of free games of the day for MLB TV. And all you need is an account with MLB.com, which is free to make. And it's just literally MLB.com. It's not a big deal. And then you can watch any game.
Throwing a good variety of those, or a good amount of those in this stint that he's going to be throwing at the Tigers today.
See what Willie Castro could
All right, let's see what Castro can do. He has an error in this game already, which is, right on. He's in mid-season form as Castro. So he should strike out on 4 pitches. It'll be great.
At second base. Or at second than any other position. First pitch swinging and golfs one.
I flat out. Oh, maybe. Ah, damn, he got under it.
Got it just before the warning track. Here comes Akil Badu for the second time here this afternoon.
Cool. Fucking loser.
He had a ton of highlights a year ago, didn't he? I mean, you talk about someone who just captivated a city, captivated a fan base. First pitch he saw in the major leagues,
Just the real on. You typed exactly like the other guys.
got a walk-off single in the third game.
I see us as a wild card team. I don't think it's a deep playoff push team, but I do see us as a team that makes the playoffs as long as they don't stumble out and win like fucking 6 or 7 games out in April again. That's a pretty easy playoff team because they would have been last year if they won like 5 or 6 more games in April. So I think they can easily repeat those numbers. Oh, that's gone. And Badu makes it a tie game, 1-1. Let's go. Oh no, who the fuck? It was. I don't know why they're saying Miguel Cabrera. The graphics were wrong on that. It was Akil Badu that hit a home run.
That must have felt good.
Let's go. Now Riley Greene will be up.
Makes him so dangerous in that leadoff spot. You're just expecting a guy that's going to get on base.
What a shot by Akil Badu. He crushed it. It was no doubt about it. Off the bat, you could just see it. He fucking smoked it. He was like, yeah, that's gone. Everybody knew it was gone.
Just boom, drops that bat. His hands are right.
Great swing, by the way.
Supposed to be, but just
that was a beautiful mid swing. That was great.
A nice pose too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As he watched that sail away into right field.
Well, that was a no doubt. Yeah, you watch a home run like that. That was a beautiful swing. When you touch the ball, it's gone. The crowd knew it. They went, ooh, shit, because it makes that certain sound you hear. So that was nice. That was nice to see. Tie game now here in the bottom of the third. 1 away, though. Riley Greene has an 0-1 count.
Riley Greene was hit by a pitch his first time.
Riley with a big swing right there, too, saying, I'll try to follow Akil with another one.
Yeah, lots of Daniels.
24 homers a year ago for Riley Greene. Bigger, stronger, more confident, at ease.
Here's the 0-2. And it's
lifted to deep left field.
That's gone. Riley Greene hits a home run. Well, Justin Verlander signed like a 2-year deal with the Astros. Back-to-back jacks from Badu, then Riley Greene. Let's go, Riley Greene.
Couple of big swings from Riley Greene, and right there with 2.
Let's go. Make your effort to make this team, Riley. We need you up here at the majors already. What an awesome moment. Bow. 2-1 Tigers on a couple of home runs.
Within yourself with 2 strikes like there, yeah, you get a
Good piece of hitting by Riley Greene. Now it'll be 2-1.
But instead of trying to post
Due up now is Miguel Cabrera.
for the back-to-back, and now a 2-1 Tiger lead.
Why don't you have likes Rob's live streams now? She likes how it's like. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are able to enjoy. I appreciate it. Hey, thank you by the way, for the 14 likes. I appreciate that as well. We're on our way to 20. Slowly but surely we'll get there.
No, just good quality at bat.
Oh yeah, no, and like I think next season we not this season coming up, but the following one we should win the division. We should be competing like heavily for the division next year. But you know we're right on that precipice here. For some reason they don't have the Chiron up, so I don't know what the count is. I think it's 1-1 or 1-0. I don't.
And hitting the ball hard.
Fouls it away, 1-2.
Making good solid contact. But if they're being
2 years. I mean, in 3 years, this is a World Series caliber team. As long as they can build it the right way. I mean, they could like leapfrog expectations. They have a lot of really good, talented players who could go from like good to like elite really quickly.
And hitting the ball hard.
Yeah, dislikes. That was hilarious. I don't know why they just didn't put him so it worked the same way as likes.
Sharply to short. Stott is there.
Nah, 2 away. Cabrera had no shot. Nice use of precipice. Oh yeah.
There's the number 4 hitter in Jamer Candelario.
I keep forgetting I'm on like. I've been using a lot of nice words lately.
Busted out big a year ago with a ton of.
Because I'm running out of words that mean the same thing, but like just easier way to say it. I don't know another word for precipice that's a smaller word that's easier to understand.
Games hits.
On the verge, I guess. Is a similar kind of phrase, but it's not quite the same. I don't know.
Matter of fact, Candelario tied
0-1 to Candelario.
lead in doubles with 4.
Torkleson due up, but there is 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Tigers have taken a 2-1 lead after the home runs by Badu and Riley Greene. So that's nice to see. Maybe we'll see Torkleson, but see the problem is this starter is going to be gone after the third probably, as it is spring training. Yeah, 0-2.
That's that good split finger right there.
On the cusp, maybe close.
They wanted Sands.
She still hasn't dropped her minifan. That's hilarious. That's dedication to the craft.
Started off, looked like a strike to
That's 3 straight. Basically, yeah. She's going to be going into the 4th still holding that fan at the exact same spot.
Perfect pitch. Another one right there.
Dedication. You can see her. She's right behind the the left shoulder of Jamer Candelario, or right shoulder of Candelario. She's just kind of like holding a fan like this. It looks like a phone, but it's a it's a fan. Could be a camera, but
for the Tigers,
she's a big fat lady.
Candelario hoping to give him a chance. Here's the 1-2.
Fouled it off himself, I think. That looked like it sucked. 1-2.
We had mentioned A.J. Hinch setting a higher bar for this team during our conversation with him in the second. Candelario said the same thing. He said, I want to win a gold glove. I want to be an all-star. Love those goals.
Jay Hay.
Goal setter.
What's what position does he play?
And when you talk to him, that's what he constantly says, too. I work hard. I work hard every day trying to get better.
That'll be ball 1 up high. Or, sorry, ball 2. I don't know what I thought it was all strikes, I'll be honest. I forgot he had a ball.
Have to, do anything special. No, he's saying, I want to get even
2-2 count, 2 out, nobody on, but they do have 2 runs in this inning, so it'll be 2-1 Tigers, bottom of the third.
The defense, maybe drifts a little bit, going from side to side.
Here's the pitch. And it's fouled away again. 2-2 it remains.
Just the 7th Tiger to ever boast that, too, Dan, as a back-to-back Tiger of the Year. Alan Trammell did it, your teammate. Miguel Cabrera has done it.
Scherzer will retire a Tiger. Nah, I think he's going to stay around the Mets and all those teams like that. Might even go retire as a Washington National. I think he enjoyed his time there the most, it seems.
Laid off it. Now
Ball 3. Good job for Candelario to battle back.
Working himself back into the count.
Really, you just want to see as many pitches as you can in spring if you're one of these kind of guys. Second, Josh Harrison, he could still hit. He could be our Delman Young. I mean, it'd work, but, like, I think they're going to let Harold Castro or Jonathan Scope play second, and Javier Baez will play short. I mean, we do have Scope. You got to remember, like, the Castros, I don't know if they even make the team. Harold might as a backup, but Willie, I don't know. He sucks.
To the umpire, like, no, that is not a strike. I mean, I just very.
He has the lone error of the game. Like, he literally has already got an error today.
They're just off the plate. A little bit high, a little bit low.
What's up, Mike? How's it going? Like, I get the notion, but, like, Harold can play a capable backup for second, and Scope's a good second baseman. Ah, struck out.
That ends the third, but the Tigers seize the lead. A couple of one-out solo homers.
All right, well,
Back-to-back.
Badu and Green hit home runs to take the lead, so they both hit some solo home runs. Now it is 2-1 Tigers. So I have it muted because it's a commercial break. Muted because it's a commercial break. It'll be Sands, Moniak, and Justin Williams. Donnie Sands, Mickey Moniak, and Justin Williams. I'll unmute it when the game pops back on. I don't think Eduardo Rodriguez is still going to be pitching. Yeah, I know, Paul. It's bad. But when you remember that we have Scope and we have Javier Baez, we're all right. We're in a lot better shape. Everything will be okay. Our middle of the infield won't be these two. I don't even know if Jonathan Scope's with the team yet because he might be having to deal with some weird shit from Carrasco again. Or Carrico. I forgot how to say where he's from. He might still be having to get into the country. I don't really know. I remember last year it took him fucking forever to get into the country. Oh, I got tricked. I thought it was back on. It's just some white lady doing gymnastics on a bridge. Like, I don't give a shit about that. Why do I care? I can do a somersault too. You don't see me thinking I need a medal for it. Like, ooh, look, I can flip. Oh. I have a genetic advantage of being 5 foot tall as a full-grown adult and still being, like, loose in my joints. Isn't this a great talent? No, it's a genetic abnormality, freak. It's like having pro basketball players. Those guys are freaks. But they're good for, like, it's all good freak, like, adaptations, you know?
Great to be back in Lakeland here in Tiger Town. Beautiful day.
But those are, like, weird things when you're, like, fucking 6'12" or 7 foot tall when everyone else is 5'11", 6 foot.
That's down
here. I'm a foot taller than everybody.
A couple of hours, I can sense it. And AJ Hinch
Curacao? Okay.
On that and the environment and the culture that's building here with this team, which, as we know, is so important.
Yeah, I just, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those places that don't really get brought up too much unless it's, like, sports related.
Of course, Haas was a guy that caught his no-hitter in Seattle last year. So today they arranged that surprise. And what they did, they got together. They watched some highlights from that no-hitter in Seattle, and they played the final inning. And after that final out and the celebration ensued on the field, Turnbull got up and gave Haas a brand new roll.
It's 0-2.
And, you know, everybody was really into it and on their feet and having a great time. But
Jimenez is pitching right now, by the way. Big Joe.
Things that happen within a clubhouse and some of what they're building here. You know, it's not everything you see on the field. A lot of it takes place off the field as well.
Foul ball, though, so it'll remain 0-2.
Commemorating That's a historic event a year ago, Shep.
Well, you were in the clubhouse earlier today. You got the same sense, didn't you, that it's a different vibe?
You're going to be at the home opener. When's the home opener? I think they start the season against Oakland on the road, right? Which is kind of a bummer.
He's been here 7 years, right? The second longest tenure.
Lasered it right over the shortstop's head.
And he's like, yeah, this has a different feeling.
Yeah, or a hurricane hit. Yeah, that's true.
Felt about a team maybe since his first season here in 16 when they were competing for a playoff spot. So, yeah, he acknowledged, look, there is a different feeling here. And when you bring in some of these free agents, you have some of these young players.
I'm not into weird drama.
To come with the major league club that they sense that there is something special here. Robbie Grossman echoed that as well. So, yeah, it's a lot of lip service. It's very early. This is game one of spring training. But really from the top of the organization on down, that feeling is sort of permeating through everybody you talk to.
Pistons last night, Tigers today. He's got the Wings coming up, I'm sure. Mickey York, always working. Thanks, Mick. We'll hear Mickey York's interviews with a number of different players throughout our telecast the rest of the afternoon. Wallside Windows has a pitching change with no Eduardo.
Eighth, no White Sox. Oh, okay. So our season starts at home against the White Sox. All right, not bad.
Back into the relievers or the
not bad at all.
That is going to get a good look here this spring. He's really struggled with command last year. Just walked an uncharacteristic amount of hitters and constantly falling behind. And he's made some mechanical adjustments to hopefully eliminate some of that and give himself a little bit better command.
There you go.
Are players always tweaking? I mean, even if they have success, are you always tweaking, whether it be a pitcher throwing or a hitter?
Oh, and one runner at first, one away here in the top of the fourth. Tigers lead 2-1.
From what works, if you have a bread and butter
outside
pitch,
1-1.
and
nice to see some of you back again. Hopefully you've been quite well. I know I have been.
You don't quite have the confidence.
Been kind of laid back, chilling, in grad school doing my thing.
Why it is it a grip? Is it? Are you throwing it?
Hey, we're up to 16 likes, I think. We're almost at 20. I appreciate that very much.
Those are the
if you haven't considered leaving a like or haven't done so, consider doing so. It'd be cool. We're at 16, almost to 20. Hell yeah.
I struck out too much last year, and you know what?
1
I
and
had
2.
a hard time staying off a high fastball, so I really got to concentrate on
Justin Williams, the batter.
Or chasing breaking pitches. So I think that's what.
Here's the 1-2. Oh shit!
He's given up a couple of
easy base hit there, but it'll put the runners at first and second. That's about all the damage really the hit provides, but it does give them 2 on now with 1 away. 2 on, 1 out. And now up is Nick Maton, or Maton, or however you would say it.
From 2018 and 2019 and 2020. What he's decided to do in those adjustments is he's taken the aggressiveness from 2018, the confidence from 2019. He's gotten rid of the glove tapping, and he just feels like that should bring him more success. So we'll see how it works out for Joe Jimenez.
Right, I talked to him the other day about that specifically and why he did.
Anyway, 2 on, runners at first and second, and just 1 away. We need to play.
That front shoulder
big pitch here
open,
would be nice.
The ball tends, and here's a good example right here. Let's see. The ball tends to fly up and away to a left-handed hitter, and he felt like the glove tap was doing that. So he
good job, strike 1.
More in that straight line, as you mentioned.
Ball snuck back across the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Played winter ball in Puerto Rico only for 6 games, but that was just enough where he felt like to work on that and really felt like that was a big difference and wanted to take it into this year.
And here's that's ball in. Okay, it doesn't get too far away from the catcher, so the runners will hold at first and second, and it will go 1-1.
That was
not the best pitch there.
That he does
but again, this is all pretty low stakes as it's the preseason. But it's nice to see, get a look at what we got. It's nice to see Baddoo and Green hit home runs. Kind of what you'd like to see from a spring training game. Something. Eduardo looked pretty good.
Fouls it away.
Oh, popped it up. It'll be a foul ball, so it'll stay 1-2.
His brother Phil, pitcher for Houston. Formerly
Alavila? Well, I think Alavila is a great GM, and I have thought so for years. So I think he's doing a really great job.
52 games the Phillies.
He tried to get Correa, but it wasn't his fault. I have certain feelings about this bitch-ass owner of our team. Motherfucker voting no on the players. Oh, let's not get into what my feelings on Chris Ilitch are now. But I feel that Alavila's been handcuffed a bit in what he wants to do. They would have given Correa the money, by the way. So they did the best they could with what they were given to spend, I'm guessing. So getting Javier Baez is a great move by the GM. I'm glad people are starting to like Al a little bit and starting to understand it's not Al's fault. Al's doing a very, very good job with the clamping of this shitbag that's running this team, that owns the team anyway. Maybe he'll loosen up. Oh, great job. Great pitch by Jimenez. Great job. 2 down, 2 out. Or 2 on, 2 out. Great job by Jimenez there. Kind of like a backdoor ball that kind of just came back in on the hitter. Looked like it was going to be 2 inside, and it slipped in. Look at that movement on that fastball. Whoop. Looked like it was 2 inside. A little bit of a framework there by the catcher, too.
Mentioned is catching that and bringing that glove up ever so slightly just to give the umpire a little bit better look and get that strike 3.
Yeah, it's called framing the pitch. That was the one thing that frustrates me about Eric Haas is he had no idea. Oh, there we go. There we go, Joe. You pitched out of your little jam. Oh, the Tigers. Yeah, the Tigers have a farm system to the point now where they could trade people. It'll go to the commercial break. Commercial break coming up. Tigers get out of a mini jam that that the pitching created. Due up will be Spencer Torkelson. Well, it's muted right now because it's a commercial break. Muted right now because it's a commercial break. But it'll be Torkelson, Barnhart, and Reyes. Torkelson, Barnhart, and Reyes here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1, Tigers lead. Again, it'll be all unmuted once the game pops back on. It's just no one wants to listen to. And the thing with MLB.TV is they play like the same 4 commercials over and over again, so you probably get real tired of you'd get real tired of hearing they're weird. There's this one with Barbie dolls and He-Man's fighting rocket homes. I don't even know what this is about. I guess it's like you can get a girl house or a guy house. I don't understand the messaging of that commercial. You can get a castle like He-Man or a Barbie townhouse. I think that's what they're saying. I am not sure. And then it's Shaq singing in the shower. He's like, I want to kill that behemoth. And he's like, well, let me buy a life insurance policy on him first, then you kill him. You jump him at the watering hole like a buffalo. And he goes, never mind, I'm too afraid. And then there's general insurance commercial. Oh, look who it is. It's the bitch trying to hawk Barbie dream houses on rocket homes. All right, the commercial's over.
Spencer Torkelson will lead things off.
All right, Torkelson's up. Maybe we'll see another home run. Now the new pitcher will be Andrew Belatti. Or Belatti. I don't know. I'm bad at last names in baseball. I wait till I hear it.
With Dan Petrie, Mickey York, and our entire Tigers broadcast family here on Valley Sports. We're glad you're with us here in Lakeland. We've got 5 games for you.
Once they are up for big contracts, we will still be relevant. Yeah, it would be awesome, Paul, to win young. Yeah, this would be ideal to like win in the final years of Miguel Cabrera. I'd really like to see that. Let Cabrera walk away from the team with a ring and everything. That'd be awesome. Win it like in 2 years, within 2-3 years.
Torkelson's got plenty of pop. And about 30 homers a year ago. Ballpark can't hold him. He can go to left. He can go to center.
They almost pulled off keeping Freeman.
That's the thing about, yeah, he hit 30 home runs, but I was just impressed by the sheer distance of all of these, and it wasn't just to the pole side of the field.
Maybe we'll see JV come back, but I don't know how long he's got left, and I think he signed, what, a 2-year deal with the Astros?
A long way. It is a good
That'll put him into his 40s at that point, I believe, or at least damn near close to that.
Real big.
Oh, Torque. That'll be a double.
That's a comfortable swing into the corner.
And extra base hits now from Badu, Greene, and Torkleson.
To lead off the Tigers' fourth.
Well, you love to see that, Shep.
Love to see that. Love to see it.
Run the previous inning. Spencer says,
all right, leadoff double for Torkleson here. Now he'll be followed up by Tucker Barnhart and then Victor Reyes. So runner at second, nobody out. Good leadoff hit. 2-1 Tigers still holding on to their lead.
Solid swing out of Spencer.
Now looking to add to it.
Trying to lift too much just on that backside.
Oh, nice little laser.
Good level swing.
Uh-oh.
Lines it down the left field line for a double.
Brings up Tucker Barnhart, who grounded to short his first
Okay,
time
Bentley's
up.
back. What'd the Guardians do?
Fastball at 94.
I'll look at
Andrew
this
Bellano.
during a commercial break.
Third
Bentley's
Phillies
back. I like that. I don't hate it.
already here today.
0-1 here now for Tucker Barnhart. JD could come back though. I could see that like as a DH in the future once Miggy dips.
Tying away 1-1.
It's not impossible to imagine, I would say. Unless he retires early, but I don't really see it. I always think players are going to retire early for no reason. I just always prepare for the worst. I'm like, oh, he's just going to retire. Oh, that'll get by, and that'll get the runner over to third. Let's go.
Catcher Donnie Sands, that gives Spencer Torkleson.
I don't know if that's. I think that's going to be a wild pitch. Or I don't know though. I don't know how you rule that one.
You see Bellotti and Sands having a little conversation right there. I didn't think that there was a cross-up. Just looked like it glanced off the glove of Sands, but you see him going.
I talked to him the day after we traded him. JB and I told him
on the same set of signs.
let him get his ring and come back and be the wily veteran like Kenny Rogers. I mean, yeah, that would be idea. That'd be pretty cool to see that, but I mean, he could have did that this offseason, but he didn't appear to be wanting to do so too seriously. Maybe he'll come back and maybe he'll try and do another 2 after this year, after his 2-year deal right now. Maybe.
Tucker Barnhart didn't like the first pitch that was called for a strike. He didn't like that one.
How's his start going today? I think he's starting for the Astros today. We'll take a peek at that.
15 was Thurman Munson with the Yankees.
He's 100% probably. I hope he takes the one-day contract at least and retires as a Tiger. Yeah.
Foul tipped it.
Foul ball. Tipped it away. It'll remain 2-2 with the runner at third.
Cincinnati's 10th round pick.
Nobody's out here in the bottom of the fourth. It's the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-1 Tigers leading it. 2-2 count for Tucker Barnhart with a runner at third.
With the Reds instead.
Trying to add to an already 2-1 run lead.
Louisville High School.
Trying to double the lead
Lives
up.
now in Indianapolis. In the offseason with his lovely wife Sierra and a couple of children, Tatum and Benson.
Here's the 2-2 offering. And he fouled it away.
Looking to drive in Spencer Torkleson, who led off this inning with a double. Homers by Badu and Riley Greene in the third. Tigers with 4 hits, the Torkleson double, and a single by Miguel Cabrera back in the first.
He's looked like a pretty couple of good swings. Last couple of pitches just staying.
I think
right
JB
on
more than any
with 2
ex-Tiger would
strikes.
come back for a ring. I think so. I think he really wants to win a ring in
Catch him
Detroit.
out there, but just
But
not trying to do too
we're
much.
still probably a couple years from that being a real reality. So I guess I get it if he's not quite. If he can still play in a couple years, I'd like to have him for sure. Because that's when I think this team will be most ring ready is like 2 to 3 years.
Not being fooled and again not liking a couple of pitches like, wait a minute, I'm behind the plate here. I'm
We just
seeing
have
a
to
lot
hope
of-
Chris
a lot
Ilitch,
of
being a
pitches.
cheap
I'm
guy,
gonna get
doesn't
strikes
run
out.
off
So
AJ
it's up with
Hinch.
a little bit, but just
So
you can
we'll
tell
see.
that it looks like he's seeing the ball very well for this early in the first game of spring training.
3-2 count. Runner at third. Here's the 3 again. Another full count offering coming.
Barnhart waits on the
Here it
3-2.
is.
Here it comes.
And lined it.
Tricky hop, and it gets away from Derek Hall.
Oh, hell yeah, that'll be an. I don't think they'll call that an error.
Barnhart is safe. The Tigers now lead it 3-1.
I need to re-see the play, but I don't know if that's an error.
With starter Eduardo Rodriguez. Nick?
Shep, thank you very much. Got our first look at Eduardo Rodriguez in a Tigers uniform, and it looked good. How did the first outing feel?
I mean, it feels really good, you know what I mean? It feels really good to go out there and do my part and working on my pitches and everything, and I feel happy with it.
What was the game plan going in today? What were you just hoping to get out of this first game?
I mean, I was just going to try to see where am I, you know what I mean?
Okay, I was going to say, why do I not hear an accent? I'm pretty sure he's from Mexico or something like that, right?
I feel happy with that, you know what I mean? I feel happy the way that everything.
Where's he actually from? Might be Southern California. He's got like a...
Anything new, but it is a new team. You're in a new uniform in a new stadium. Were there any emotions or nerves attached to any of this today? I know it's...
Oh, Venezuela. Okay.
It feels different, you know?
Wow, he speaks fucking great. Holy shit. I don't mean to be like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but like, I barely can pick the accent up.
Gotten off to pretty good starts in spring and put up some good spring training numbers. Do those mean anything to you?
He's from Venezuela too.
By the time you come out of spring training, what do you hope to have accomplished as you get ready for the season?
I don't really care too much about the numbers, you know. I mean, I more care about where my command is and everything, because you're just working on get ready for the season, you know what I mean? But like I say, I just go out there and work on my pitches all the time and don't worry about the numbers and all that.
AJ Hinch broke the news to us earlier today that you will be the opening day starter.
Paul, I would have liked to just get one ring out of one of those teams. 3 rings would have been the dream, but like even just one would have been glorious. 0-2 runner at first, 3-1. No, the Tigers had put a run in after a leadoff double, and then he kind of got around the base. He got to third on a bad pitch, and then they were able to hit him in.
Get to work with the other guys in the rotation and start to...
That wasn't. They haven't ruled that an error yet or anything, by the way. So that'll be a RBI for Barnhart. Reyes skies it to shallow left, kind of medium-ish left, and they make the play. One away, runner at first for the Tigers. Bottom of the fourth, they lead 3-1.
Everything, and I see like we had a really good young starting pitchers over here. They ready to learn, they're ready to listen, so I like it. I can't wait to keep working with them.
The overall environment of the team, I know there's some expectations and some excitement surrounding this group. How much are you looking forward to?
Someone's blowing one of them fucking New Zealand death horns. Those Zulas.
Win the division. That's my expectation.
What are those things actually called? Like Zulus?
I'm gonna do my part the more as I can in the mountain and go out in the dugout. You know what I mean? Helping everybody, pushing everybody. That's the way we can win the division. I mean, just go out there and work hard each player and win every day, win every game. That's gonna make us win the division and get in the postseason.
Well, Tiger fans are thrilled to have you here. Everybody excited to get it going for real. Eduardo, very nice to meet you. Thank you for doing this, and great luck this season.
Most Venezuelans who speak English have a good handle on English before the Venezuelans versus US beef. My girl is Venezuelan. She's good with English. Oh, I'm not saying they don't speak the language well. That's not that. It's just like a heavy accent usually with Venezuelan players. Think like Miguel Cabrera. I think he's from Venezuela as well, and he's got like that heavy Venezuelan accent still. That's what I mean more. No, like he speaks English just fine. That wasn't more what I was meaning. It's more the very thick accent that sometimes. Hey, thank you by the way for subscribing. It's a super thick accent sometimes they have. Colombians are pretty. They have very noticeable accents as well.
Was talking about, going to the watch, and this is my time, and that'll tell you he gave it.
I just couldn't quite place where the hell Eduardo was from. I was like, usually I could pick this up by the accent. I thought it was like really close to the U.S. Mexican border. I was gonna be like, is he from like Tijuana?
Out there, his teammates want him out there in big games.
Because it almost sounded like a South like a Los Angeles kind of accent.
And a Tucker Barnhart RBI single. Willie Castro.
I guess you grow up in the more like centralized locations. It's probably not as super heavy. I guess that makes a bit of sense.
To Andrew Bellotti.
Again, but usually when I hear a player from Venezuela talk, I can like immediately be like, oh, I know where he's from. And it's like that with most of the South Americans. But that one I was like, where the fuck is Eduardo from? Yeah, they normally all speak pretty decent English. Eventually they learn it. Just easier to get along that way in this country. It's nice to see people speaking more Spanish, though.
And out of 1-1. to left field.
Willie Castro's batting right now, and it looks like he's going to fly out here for the 3rd out of the inning, and he does. But that gives us the top of the inning in the 5th, so that's pretty cool.
Fans, the Tiger family lost a good friend this past offseason, Kimara Barte. 6 years in the major leagues, 4 with Detroit.
I hope so. I hope so, Paul. At least one. If we can win one, I'll be very, very happy with the results of this team. It's a commercial break, though, so I'm going to mute the game. I'm going to mute the game here. It'll be Rojas, Stott, and Bohm, so top of the lineup for the Phillies here in the inning. I'm getting very chilly. I just realized it's only 40 degrees today. You know how much of a tease? Okay, so I'm guessing a lot of you live in Michigan, right? How nice was that yesterday, right? 70 degrees. And then here's today, it's 43 degrees and cloudy as shit and rainy. Like, oh, no, yeah, that was nice. It was nice to see what we're going to get this weather. And we got robbed. It's back to shitty cold weather again. I'm fucking just realizing I was like, oh, I'm cold again. But it was quite nice yesterday. It was nice to see some warm weather return. Chaffin? He's pretty good, right? Like, I looked at his numbers. He seems like a solid player. So, yep, pure Michigan. 70 degrees one day. It's probably going to snow tonight. If it doesn't snow tonight, I'll be very disappointed in Michigan. I'll be like, wow, Michigan fell off. I'd have to go ratio the state page. Be like, wow, you guys had a 70-degree day and you didn't snow the next day in March. Wow, this isn't the old Michigan I knew. Old Michigan would have blizzarded the fuck out today. Watch, I'm gonna like look out my window and it's gonna be like a giant snowstorm, and I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, I guess I stand corrected. I guess I shouldn't tempt fate. Wow, this is like the longest commercial break. The new 5th inning stretch. Oh, they're just playing that same commercial again. Oh, there we go. Got a 5-mile jogging. There you go. Probably felt pretty good.
Here in Lakeland. It's Monday afternoon. Tigers and Jays only here on Valley Sports Detroit. Spring training baseball presented by Mary Grove Awnings.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people chatting. I think a lot. What I remember from last year with these Tigers games is not a lot. You know, more often than not, it was common to see people not say very much during the Tigers games.
Yeah, and again with the short spring.
Just here for a quick watch, just enjoying the show.
For our broadcast.
New pitcher for the Tigers.
Jacob Barnes is in.
Jacob Barnes, the 31-year-old, signed to a minor league deal in early December with the Mets and the Jays.
Strike one.
Jays a
No
year
ball.
ago, 29 games for Barnes, who is a Milwaukee.
Oh no, that was a strike. Okay, 1-1. I missed the first pitch. I was like, well, how is that not a strike, dude? That was literally a strike.
Another one that's a little more advanced has been down here, getting some good work in the minor league mini camp. Fastball, slider, changeup. Shep mentioned well-traveled.
Said he heard from about a dozen teams when the season ended last year. But he spoke to the Tigers analytics staffers and the minor league coaches before signing, and they were very direct, Dan, like most people in sports are. He didn't want to hear any sugarcoating. He didn't get any sugarcoating, and he signed with the Tigers to try and compete for a spot. That's a good start for him.
What's up, Sean?
Strikes out the leadoff man.
Oh, he smoked it down to the left field corner. It was a great piece of hitting. Very natural, comfortable swing. Riley Green's home run was very natural looking.
Good solid breaking pitch.
Felt good, looked good.
You see the good downward action. Good block.
I was supposed to be in Columbia this week, but I stayed and we'll go down at the end of May. Okay. Sounds like a good time, though. Columbia seems like a nice place. As long as, you know, you don't get in any kind of trouble with anything. One away here after the good pitching there. I believe the guy struck out.
I like what they have planned for me and what their idea is. And
so we got one away here. Now up to bat is Jonathan Rojas. Or no, that was Rojas. Now it's Bryson Stott.
to do this. And we talked earlier about
the great stop man
for that 5th spot. And, I think there's just a lot of competition up and down in the bullpen and in the starting rotation.
Well, you and I had a good conversation with Al Avila before the game today about, and Mickey York was part of it too, about you're looking.
I think Torque is going to be a career tie. I hope so, Paul. I hope so.
For ways.
Him and Riley. I hope they're both good enough that we never get rid of them. And Casey Mize. I hope I hope we're like the early '90s Braves. Even if it only results in how many titles? Did they even win a title with that team, or did they win one? Even if it only results in one title, like the early Braves, like the '90s Braves, totally fine with that. There's actually quite a stark level of parallel between the two teams. If you actually go look at the composition of the two teams. They're very similar. Where I would argue the Tigers, I mean, it's actually very, very weirdly similar. You have Andrew and Chipper Jones. You have a pitching trio that's poised to be pretty good and potentially very great. A good deal, good veterans around to help guide the young talent. There's good parallels. You have the star outfielder, star infielder, Chipper Jones. You have Torkleson, Andrew Jones. You have Riley. It's there's parallels. It's not exact. It's not 1-to-1. But you have very, very similar teams.
It is, and boy, hopefully he can get.
And there's nothing wrong with building your team around it, like a trio or a quadrant of good star young pitching. And then we've seen that. We've literally seen the Braves win a title doing that.
Gave the team. I think that was
Maddox, Smoltz, and who is the third one? I always forget the third guy.
Great team.
It's Maddox, Smoltz, and then
was happy to be back, as A.J. Hinch told us. I believe in the person, right? He earned it. So that big roar in the clubhouse.
The fuck do I? It's all because I think he's the everyone. He's widely Greg Maddox, John Smoltz, and
a year ago.
It's his name is the one I easily forget because I don't think he's as good as the other two.
Games really impressive for Willie Peralta when he allowed 2 earned runs or less in his last 7 starts. If he could carry that over into this season. I mean, you think about
not Avery. It's got to be somebody better than him. It's like a big deal pitcher who's like a Hall of Famer. But he's just not as good as Maddox and Smoltz. I mean, he was good too, though. Glavine, that's what it was. It was Tom Glavine. Thank you.
So it gives AJ again a number of different.
It was Tom Glavine. I always forget. It's literally Glavine. I think was the Braves trio.
That really became such a big
of stars, like star pitching. That was a serious trio. Thank you. See, it's one of those, but when you compare him to Greg Maddox, arguably one of the greatest of all time in Maddox, it's going to be childhood hero is Greg Maddox. So, I hold him in a similar reverence that I do Tom Brady. It's pretty fucked up. It's the same with Trevor Hoffman. I view those two as some of the greatest baseball players to ever play the game. And I'm not super far off if you consider what their skill set was. Hoffman was one of the greater closers of all time. That's hard to argue. I mean, it's obviously Rivera, but outside of Rivera, it's probably Trevor Hoffman, arguably.
14th overall pick in 2019.
Yeah, I don't think Glavine will get in. That's what I mean. He's borderline good, but when you compare him to Smoltz or Maddox, it's Maddox is probably the most accurate pitcher who ever existed. Could literally, wherever you put the dude just was a monster with throwing strikes. Didn't put it in control. Didn't even have to throw it hard. Just fucking threw it by guys because he just threw it where you couldn't hit it. That was a masterful pitcher because he didn't have the Nolan Ryan 99, but his shit was fucking filthy and he could throw it wherever he felt like.
Kansas City's made some moves to improve. Minnesota's made some surprising moves.
And then there was Jake Peavy, who I thought was going to be an all-time great, but that didn't pan out very good, did it?
Trade that sent Josh Donaldson to New York.
Anyway, 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Been kind of a boring inning of just guys kind of getting out.
For Gary Sanchez and Gio Urshela. Alec Bohm swings through it. It's 0-2.
Bohm's down 0-2.
Kansas City is one of those teams I think A.J. Hinch is always respected for some of their youth and the different way that they can play the game, and their pitching is really
Cleveland's
pitching is
wait, what do you mean? Are you talking hurlers?
It is going to
players?
Yeah, that Kansas
Like,
City
my
team
favorite
almost
pitcher of all time
mirrors
is
a lot
Justin
like what the
Verlander,
Tigers are
one of the all-time
trying to do,
greats.
I think. Both organizations
Arguably one of the greatest starting pitchers
getting
of
to
all
that point
time.
where they're promoting a lot of the
And then
younger
it's Greg
players,
Maddux.
mixing in just a sprinkle
And then
in
it's probably
of,
Trevor Hoffman in
veteran
terms of favorite
players.
pitchers.
They just
Then
very,
Randy
very
Johnson.
similar, in my opinion, in the way their ball clubs are put together.
And then Nolan Ryan. Actually, I'm not a big fan of Nolan Ryan. That dude threw a lot of balls, and I hated that shit. I think Randy Johnson's a better version
Phillies
of
feel like
that.
they got a chance to be much improved from a year ago as well. Ground ball up the middle.
You know how dangerous Randy Johnson. Ah, damn it, dude! I hate the middle infield. Oh my god, I hate the middle infield today.
You know, Philadelphia is one of those teams.
I can't wait till we actually have real goddamn baseball players up the middle, like Jonathan Scope and Javier Baez. Oh, I'm not gonna miss this. This feeling of like I hate that so much. That should have been an out. That ball was hit right up over second base with some decent oomph. That should have been an easy out.
2 outs for Derek Hall.
And I'll never forgive a major leaguer for not making that play. It's like, come on, man. If you were in college or high school, it'd be like, all right, it's all right. Even then, it's like, hey, why can't you make this throw? You are in high school. Not like we're in little league or middle school anymore.
14 homers at the AAA level a year ago. He played his college ball at Dallas Baptist University.
I'm just glad that I don't have to get too worked up about it because neither of those two losers up the middle today are going to be on the actual team. If they are, they're backups. Ah, fuck, it's tied.
Hooking and gone. A 2-run.
Well, that was obviously gone. That's it. It's a tie game. It's 3-3. Old Hall smoked the shit out of it.
Tied up here in the 5th.
Boy,
That's the TikToker Bryce Hall that hit the home run, by the way. I guess he plays baseball now. These TikTokers can do anything. It's crazy. Not really. It's Derek Hall. I don't even know who that is. Donnie Sands is due up now. Donnie Sands is up with 2 away in the top of the 5th. Tie game now after the 2-run shot.
On the inner part of the plate.
Sean was like, "Of course he's Of course the TikTokers are doing this." Yeah, I don't even know who Jacob Barnes. I think this is a guy we signed to a minor league contract, so I'm not too surprised. But we could blame this directly on the wonderful play of Harold and Willie Castro up the middle, unable to get out. So glad that we have Jonathan Scope and fucking Javier Baez. Baez may strike out a lot, but boy, oh boy, can that kid play defense. As long as he hits 270, I will be completely fine with whatever he does because it's going to be so nice. So nice to see him pitch or like play defense. I loved watching Frank Tanana and Doyle Alexander on the bump for the Tigers. Okay. Are those older players? I know the Tigers are going to be in the market for a couple new starters. I think they're in the Sean Manena, or whatever his name is, Manon. Two of the ace pitchers that they're trying to get rid of still. And I don't know which one's more appealing. Is it the Montoya, Frankie? Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know, Sean. The Phillies are like a serious baseball team right now. It's a commercial break right now. I'll unmute it when it pops back on, but right now it's a commercial break. It'll be the top of the lineup for the Tigers. Baddoo, Green, and Cabrera. So, I don't know. We're still, the team's still going to grow a little bit. What the hell happened? Oh, it buffered. Uh-oh. I don't like when I see things starting to buffer on those ends because that's usually not the best. Why is it buffering? Well, it's still commercial break anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. No, yeah, exactly. They're not bringing their best one. Minea. Okay. Yeah, I'm not the best with name pronunciation. I'm bad at it in baseball. What is this? I think the game is back on, but they're just like interviewing this crusty midget. I don't know what the hell this is.
Frankly, it's probably not only a good portion for us as far as our investment in time.
Oh, okay, here's the game.
One. We really enjoy working.
Oh, this guy owns the place.
Fans of Tigers baseball over there.
Oh, okay.
How excited is everybody for this season?
We were so excited when they decided to close the contract and get things going. Oh my God, it was like an eruption. Everybody was so happy to get things going. So yeah, we're really.
Hey, good for this guy. He got to deal with the Tigers. I'm glad to see that.
Mary Grove, the official spring training sponsor of Tigers baseball here.
Oh, thank you, Mary Grove, for sponsoring spring training. Congratulations on getting to do that. One away, quick out by. Robson pinch hit. So they're in the stage where they're pinch hitting. So Robson just pinched hit for Akil Badu. So it was Jacob Robson that just got out, one away.
Good stuff. We're glad that
Have Didi as their GM. They may win a ring, but they won't have a farm system. Oh yeah, they're sacrificing their entire future to win a World Series. But yeah, and they're probably going to bring in Castellanos too on a contract. So they'll be in cap hell too.
Robson batting for Akil Badu. Now this is Daz Cameron doing the same for Riley Greene.
Riley Greene feels good about his day. Leaves that just being hit by a pitch and the home run.
Cameron to right. Moniak started back and then came in to make the second out here in the fifth. And here comes Eric Haas hitting for Miguel Cabrera.
Miggy got his couple of at-bats, got to see the live pitching.
There's two out now here in the bottom of the fifth. Two out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Eric Haas, who's going to really be leaned upon.
Everyone's getting pinched hit for. Cabrera got pinched hit for Eric Haas. So Eric Haas is up now. Robson pitched hit. Robson pitched hit for Badu. Cameron pitched hit for Greene, and now Haas for Cabrera.
I got to see what it looks like when the bell rings, what it's really like in a real game.
On a line to left, but Justin Williams is there.
And that'll be the third out of the inning. Fifth inning goes by pretty quick, without much of a whimper or a whisper. And we'll head to the top of the sixth with Mickey Moniak, Justin Williams, and Nick Malton. But we probably will see the. They'll probably also pull this. I gotta mute that. So we'll probably see Philly starting to pull their starters in an equal kind of capacity here as the game progresses. Hey, by the way, thank you for the 17 likes. We're trying to get to 20. If you haven't left one, consider doing so. But it's all right if you don't want to. We're just trying to hit about right around 20 every live reaction stream we do usually. Other streams, it's not so big a deal. But these ones, yeah, it's nice too. Giants, huh? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. You deleted the one message before I had a chance to read it. But it's a commercial break. I'll unmute the game as soon as she pops back on. What is this? Dun 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 dun. Let's see. Ooh. Just waiting for the game to come back on. Looks like it's about to pop back on here in a second. Nope, never mind. Yeah, it's back on now.
They're having a blast in Margaritaville. A lot of folks out there in the right field porch. Compliments of the Tigers.
Something I want to check
at
real quick.
Tiger Town in Lakeland, and glad to see them before the game, and we'll see them later on today. Folks,
how's this all sound?
And McDonald's, folks from G
just a
Chrysler,
little quieter, and that'd be
Ford,
perfect.
Hamilton Chevrolet, all welcoming here Yeah, wave, hello. There we go. Get off the phone. Well, maybe they're watching it online. Yeah. Our friend Joe Gersma to the right, part of our sales crew. Big Purdue guy. Locked into college basketball. There's the big boss right there. Somebody's kissing up to him. That's Greg Hamron, our general manager.
He's everywhere. He was up saying hi to us earlier.
Well, he's running
game,
fast, man.
Yeah.
He's starting to run a lot faster these days, you know.
It's taking a long time to get the 6th inning started.
We'll spend some time with them a little bit later on today, and we'll be smiling about the Tigers coming up this season.
Brian Garcia's in the pitch. Brian Garcia. Oh, boy, this guy.
It is Brian Garcia.
Wonder if he's ever figured out how to pitch yet, or if he's still kind of, trying to kick it around and get the ideas of what it looks like to pitch again.
More, and that's the same thing. I just look like, Brian Garcia just lost that confidence in his stuff. Just the way that 2020 ended, it looked like he was really kind of making the turn, getting some good confidence in his abilities.
And that'll be strike one.
Out there last year, that it just looks like
Mickey Moniak still batting here for the Phillies.
Have the same confidence level, so
I think the Phillies were already playing a backup team anyway, so that's probably why they didn't really make any changes. They're like, well, what are we going to change? We already got our backups in. Like shit. 1-1 inside. Maybe even hit him. Nope, avoided him.
The new catcher for the Tigers.
Zach Short sometimes plays good defense, so that's nice. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th now. Bottom of the 6th. I have to mute the audio here. Got to mute the audio. It's a commercial break. Muting it because it's a commercial break. It'll be Cody Clemens, Josh Lester, and Dylan Dingler. Cody Clemens, Josh Lester, and Dylan Dingler due up here in the bottom of the 6th. Phillies lead 4-3. We're essentially in the doo-doo era of the game now. So take it as you will. Just sucks that all the good players are out of the game now, it looks like. So now we have like the fun rosters left. Like Garcia, you should just have struck everybody out. Dude was pitching against AA players and struggling. Yeah, Badu and Green hit back-to-back home runs. Torkleson hit a double. It was a good day for the starting units anyway. Eduardo looked pretty good outside of a couple errors up the middle. I think the one run they scored, or I don't think it was directly, but it was bad play, bad up the middle play. Whereas, like, I think if it's just like better defense, you probably prevent that run from ever getting out and scoring. So I don't know. Got a little bit of a problem with the one error by Willie Castro, which is pretty consistent. Hey, you guys got the 4-3 lead, Phillies fan. We're about to take it back with Clemens, Lester, and Dingler, though. You don't know what's about to happen. Dingler was I remember when he got drafted. I'll unmute this in just a second. It's about to come back on. All right.
Used to have their spring training. That field still exists today. But now we're at a beautiful ballpark, Joker Marchant Stadium, Publix Field here, where they have made considerable upgrades. The Illich family and the city of Lakeland have worked together in unison to make this one of the finest facilities in all of minor league baseball. The Tigers have the longest standing affiliation between a major league team and a spring training host city. Cody Clemens will lead off the Tigers' 6th. And then it'll be Josh Lester and Dylan Dingler for Detroit. Clemens has made himself more versatile. Ability to play third. Remember, just a second baseman, or drafted as a second baseman, onto the University of Texas. But he's become much more versatile. Actually played a little outfield.
The son of Roger Clemens, by the way.
Sends one high to right center.
That might be gone.
And deep. And
Gone! Let's go!
Clemens. Welcome
Let's
to
tie it up
Center
at 4 here with the home run of Cody Clemens. Trying to make the team in some kind of capacity this season.
Another one that's just, everybody says he's a ball player.
Yep.
This guy, just don't take him lightly.
Well, obviously, he's Roger Clemens' son.
Right there, number 21. But he's got that open stance, and it's a fastball down and in.
He fucking jacked that one. That was a great piece of hitting right there.
Head of the bat, go down and get it, lift up, and hits it well into the bullpen. Out into
That was a great fucking piece of hitting right there. Yeah, that's the monster power you look for in young players.
He hit at Texas, and he's hoping to showcase
Sheesh.
his bat here with the Tigers as well. Had a long conversation with him before the game today about hunting and fishing and golfing. He's just a.
Now up is Josh Lester.
You're right, Dan. I think he's a ball player. Now, is there room on this team?
Yeah.
Oh, this boy looks like he's got some pop to him too.
That just yet. But I know that he gets
Big old Josh Lester. Look at this guy. He coming.
Doing everything the organization has asked him to do. And now it's up to him to perform. And that's just the way the game is.
Oh, if this big dude gets a hold of this ball.
Yeah, and it was just I was talking to him.
Well, yeah, well, that's fine, Cars. We're still like just about coming out of our rebuild. We're just in the first year of having all of our young pieces, some of our veteran pieces. You guys are probably about to sign Nick Castellanos. You guys are in the World Series gap right now. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Who's that?
He wasn't one of the
thank you, Rashid.
Down here in the minor league mini camp.
Rashid.
So for him to come in, and we're talking about all the hitters getting their timing and everything, he certainly seemed right on time with that.
That'll be a ball, and that'll be ball 4 actually.
Prospect.
Joshua.
MLB pipeline in the Tigers system.
Wait, what?
Josh Lester aboard, and here comes Dylan Dingler.
Someone subscribed. Rashid. I'm not sure what his name was. Not sure how to pronounce it. I'm bad at pronouncing names often.
Dingler, the fourth-ranked prospect by certain publications in the Tigers system. And he's hoping to settle in a little bit. Last year, advanced through 3 levels, A, high A, and then to Erie.
Yeah, Tigers haven't made the playoffs since, 2015, 2014? It's been a minute. I don't remember the last time we made it.
Dipped a little bit.
But I think we're right on the cusp of a playoff berth this year. Oh, Dingler gets a hold of it, and it'll be foul ball.
Unplayable.
So runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Dingler's up now. Dylan Dingler's batting with an 0-1 count after the foul ball. Runner at first, nobody away. A 4-4 game after the home run by Cody Clemens.
When he came back, missed a little bit of time. Came back and had some difficulties getting back up there, but you can see why the Tigers are very high on him. Receivability, catching
Ohio State
ability.
Yeah, I like that he owns it. He recognized.
Here's the 1-1. 1-1.
And he's tried to fix it. And in fact, he told the Detroit Free Press that he had too many different thoughts about things. Not swings, but approaches.
I've been thinking too much.
Sticking to one approach. So let's see if he can do that in camp. It's a crowded catcher position, but where he starts the season and where he ends it is really what it's all about for a guy like Dylan Dingler right now. Would he start in Double-A or would he start in Toledo? I don't know. Might depend on the spring that he has. But with Barnhart and Haas and Dustin Garneau, tough to crack that trio there at the Major League lineup.
Playoffs are definitely possible this year. I agree. Some stuff needs to leave. Yeah, I would say so.
Into the corner and
gone. Oh, that's just off the wall. Lester's going. He's stumbling. He's rumbling. I like this Josh Lester guy because he's big and chubby, and he just almost fell rounding third, and it was hilarious. Tigers take a 5-4 lead after the double by Dylan Dingler there. Tigers take a lead here in the bottom of the 6th. They have a runner at second with nobody out.
Dylan Dingler.
Come on, some stuff needs to break our way, but Tigers will be fun to watch this season. I think so, Sam. Regardless of if they make the playoffs or not, they'll be a very competitive team. And they shouldn't have another. If they don't have the month of April again, like they had last year, then they should sneak into a wild card berth. But again, that you need everyone to stay healthy, everyone to continue developing right. Maybe a couple teams slip up here and there. Maybe the Mariners regress a little bit, or something like that. And if those things happen, then But I think there also has to be another team to regress. The A's, for example, probably won't make the playoffs, but who really knows?
2 runs home here in the 6th.
We kind of got lucky with the A's deciding to blow their team up like they usually do. So that was kind of like a shot like a relief shot. Runner at second, nobody away. 5-4 lead retaken by the Tigers. Bottom of the 6th is Eric De La Rosa batting, and that'll be inside and low for ball 2. I like how all this guy says is inside. It's like, dude, that was at his feet. It was also low. You can say low and inside because that's where it was. He just says inside. Yeah, it was also very much on the ground.
Popped it up. Foul.
That'd be foul ball. Count will go to 2-2. When the Tigers made the World Series, it was in 1907. For the first time?
Put into a game late. You're not going to have be fortunate enough to get a couple of at-bats, settle in, and get a couple of innings behind you. So to come in and come over and then get thrust into the game, right into the game, maybe you're one.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's pretty cool. That's good. That's good random knowledge to know about the Tigers.
That's not easy.
2-2 count here for Eric De La Rosa. It's 5-4 with the home run by Cody Clemens, and then the kind of a double happened by Dingler, which scored a walk. It scored a walk.
And he takes strike 3.
And De La Rosa strikes out. It'll be. He didn't like the call. He was arguing a little bit. One away, runner at second. Short's up now. 7th inning is looming large.
And a wonderful play to end the 6th.
We shall see how it goes.
After they had already scored 1 in the top half of this inning, and Zach Short kind of showcasing the leather.
1-0 for Zach Short now.
Highlight reel plays for him. Question is, can he hit enough? 61 games with the big league team a year ago.
I don't know if it's just me, Shep, but Zach looks a little stronger. I mean, look at his lower body.
Yeah.
His legs and rear end just looks a little bit stronger. And that's that.
Why isn't it updating? There's only 1 out. It doesn't need to keep.
Bottom half.
Whatever. Fucking broken ass piece of shit website.
Even his upper body looks a little bit bigger, but we were watching him in the drills the other day. I know it's just a matter of when you watch him at what particular time, but he was at shortstop when Tigers were working on turning the double play. One of the weaknesses A.J. Hinch, identified.
1-2 count now.
And Zach Short was out at shortstop and really looked comfortable, really looked quick in the drills that I saw him.
There's the 1-2 to Zach Short. Yeah, that's.
It'll be 2-2. The runner will get to third.
Dingler third base.
So now Dingler will be standing 90 feet away to make this a 2-point game. 1-2 count though for the batter at the plate, which is Zach Short.
Really nice job of inducing double play.
What up, man? How's it going? Welcome.
Turning it. Ryan Kreidler on deck was part of that 4-member shortstop crew that was working on that drill. And looks very smooth, and the Tigers.
Hey, Ryan Kreidler.
At times, A.J. Hinch says you'd like it to be about 4.3 seconds off the bat to the first baseman's glove if you can. Slowly foul down the third base line. The Phillies moving the infield in. And Javi Baez is going to make a massive difference in that area, of course. But speed, tempo, you know, how quickly the Tigers are able to do that.
Yeah, you talk about, you know, I'm talking about Zach Short and how quick he was, but Javi Baez, my goodness, you know, you watch him and he's really fast. Fast hands, fast arm.
To third and a play at the plate, and it skips off the net of the catcher.
Hey, safe.
And that gives Dingler and the Tigers another run here in the sixth. Their third run here in the inning. And their sixth run of the ball game.
See, Philadelphia's got the infield in. Zach Short rolls over one. Let's see where this, if it glances off the helmet. Yeah, it looked like it glanced off the body of Dingler. The shoulder or his helmet.
Oh, yeah, right off the left shoulder.
Great decision to go home with the ball. That's the right move. He just needs to throw it a little better next time.
It looked like it was tailing back a little bit. Good two-seam fastball right there that caught.
Bottom of the sixth now, though, with nobody on and one away.
There, so the catcher can get it and come back with it to make that play at home plate.
There's Yero Munoz unable to get that accurate throw to home.
Ryan Kreidler's up now.
Here's Ryan Kreidler.
You know, about that double.
Yeah, Badu hit a home run.
I was interested in is they put a stopwatch on it. And
Cody Clemens has hit a home run. Riley Greene hit a home run. Torque doubled. Dingler doubled.
You know, well, okay, you can go out there and just practice that all day long, but they announce those times, time after time. Okay, that was 3.8, 3.9.
No, it's not an error. It was just hit the batter. It's not an error throw.
Clock is ticking. As soon as that ball
it's an extra effort play to make the play he made, so they don't really give you an error on those kind of things.
They have to know that they have to be quick, and then okay, what was the result? So it was just instant feedback on what they were doing. That's what I liked about it, having that watch right on that.
Oh, Short is at first. They just don't have him on the fucking chyrons, right?
He gets rid of it quickly and throws from different arms.
So Short is at first. Okay, he made it to first. One, and that's safe.
Time to double up Kreidler.
So now it'll be Jacob Robson back up again. Jacob Robson. Yeah, it is nice, Sam. Really, really nice.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch Kreidler.
Hey, thank you, by the way. We're up at 23 likes. I appreciate that. We're well past the goal, so I appreciate you all again. Thank you very, very, very much for the likes. I appreciate that. It's been a fun stream so far this afternoon. Tigers are up 6-4 here in the bottom of the sixth with 2 away. 6-4 Tigers lead, bottom six, 2 on, or 1 on and 2 out.
That particular drill through all of the players, not just 1 or 2 of them, but all of them.
Yeah,
24 what?
He's a leader. He's a take charge type of guy.
24 hours ago.
Other players look around and they love and respect how he goes about his business, especially his pregame routine. I mean, Riley Greene told me he's got an unbelievable
LeBron better than Kobe,
routine.
bro.
Phillies have gone to the bullpen. They're going to make a move with the Tigers having 3.
It might be 23, 24. I don't know.
Leading 6-4. And hoping for more with a runner at first and 2 away here in the sixth on Bally Sports Detroit.
Like, want to know?
I'm gonna keep on.
Yeah, but LeBron's actually better though. Like, LeBron's greatest skill is knowing what pilots to hire compared to Kobe. I'm sorry, but that was a funny joke. I don't give a shit. Will your team go big in 2022? I don't know why they showed the Guardians first. It's like, no, I don't think they're spending $45 million on that team right now. They're not doing anything. They're just particularly going, I don't know who your son is, dude. Like, you're some dude behind a LeBron account. Do you even have a son? Like, how am I supposed to answer that if I don't know anything about your family, bro? More commercials. But I understand that they are broadcasting this for free, so if they want to pump it full of commercials, it is what it is. Wonder if these guys are still getting no hit. Oh, the Twins hit. Okay, they got 3 hits in a run. Sheesh. I thought the... what the fuck, dude? Okay, so it'll be Robson, Cameron, and Haas. There's a pitching change, I believe. What the hell, dude? What is this shit? Why is this such a long... I feel like my shit's off. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. It keeps replaying this. It kept replaying the same commercial for a few minutes there. It was pretty annoying. All right, it's back on. It's been on for a minute, I'm pretty sure. 2 out, bottom of the 6th, 1 on, and 2-2 count. Weirdest shit to do is like ever is to like change it. It's just
I think renting a helicopter.
Yeah,
to his
right.
mom, I believe, just to see their son make his debut.
Yeah, ground ball to second. And that ends the inning. But the Tigers get 3, including their 3rd solo homer of the day. Cody Clemens led the way, and Detroit is up 2.
It's a commercial break. So for the Phillies, it'll be Yaro Munoz, and Josh. It'll be Munoz, Okimi, and O'Hop. Some weird ass names that I have no idea how to say. But we're heading into the top of the 7th. It'll be top of the 7th when the game decides to resume. It'll be the top of the 7th. Yeah, Tigers lead by 2, 6-4 Tigers. Phillies have out-hit the Tigers, though. It's 9 hits to the Tigers 7, and the Tigers have committed a single error. So, Tigers just seem to be getting a little bit more timely hits, a little bit more power on their hits. Kind of seems like the 2-hit difference of a couple home runs is what the difference for runs is. Kind of cool to see. You ready for you're excited for opening day? Opening day is what, the 7th? It's not that long from now. It's not like we're eons away from the season starting. We're really close. We're bordering on the almost there train. Just trying to get all like stretched out and stuff, kind of like, ugh. You might go to opening day. Might be worth it. Only $50, really? That's not too bad for opening day prices, especially since it's the White Sox. Quality opponent, so that kind of drives the tickets up.
And we got plenty of games for you here on Bally Sports Detroit all spring long. Our next broadcast from Lakeland right here at Joker Marchant Stadium against the Toronto Blue Jays on Monday, the 21st.
I'll be doing the rest of the games this weekend. I'll find ways to get as long as there's at least a radio broadcast, and even if there's not, I'll figure a way to do it.
And not long after that, it will be opening day against the White Sox, a team that won the division a year ago and added to their bullpen a little bit with Kendall Graveman.
They sure
Pick
did.
up for them. Yep.
That's going to be a fun one. The talk about, they're tired of the division being somebody else's party, and to start off with the defending champions at home with a sellout crowd again, that's going to be, you know, just humming.
Ball side windows pitching changes is Drew Carlton. Induces a pop-up behind second base. Zach Short, no problem.
All right. I want to stand up for a little bit.
Carlton 4 games.
Do a game from Detroit. I don't know if my phone has the data to do that.
2/3 of inning pitched. Made his debut at Cincinnati.
It'd be all choppy and shitty
early
and stuff.
September.
One of those guys that doesn't light up the radar gun, just relies more on putting the ball where he wants to, and says, well, I can throw it a little bit harder. But
All right.
Every time I do, it doesn't turn out good for me.
Carlton 1-1 with 1 away.
Runs
Top
back
of the
over
7th.
Plate, or I just can't hit the spots that I like to, so I just stay within myself.
Feels nice when it starts warming up overall because my body starts like thawing. It feels like it starts popping and cracking every time I stretch out.
Thrower.
Feels really nice.
Rather polished.
No longer am I shackled by the stiffness of the winter.
When he made his debut against the Reds on September 4th, he was the first player to debut and throw 1 pitch and get an out since Buddy Ballman.
Fouls it away 2-2.
2016 in Major League history. Never heard of Buddy Ballman. Got to be honest with you.
No, you've heard of everybody.
No.
I thought you'd have his bio down where he's from.
No, but that was, I found that fascinating.
Yeah.
You know, 1 pitch, 1 out. Nice way to start, right?
Yeah, you can't draw it up any better. Hi, Josh. And from here in Lakeland.
Yeah.
High school here in Lakeland.
How great is that?
Yeah.
Played his college ball at Florida State. Second team All-American here in Lakeland. To center field in front of Daz Cameron for a 1-out single. Carlton with really good numbers last year in Toledo. ERA under 3, strikeout to walk ratio rock solid.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense that players cheat. Like, you can probably get some really cheap Freddie Freeman Braves gear right now. Yeah.
From Dylan Dingler.
Runner will get to second there.
The runner up to second.
So now it'll be 1 on, runner at second for the Phillies, trying to close a 6-4 gap.
His coach there.
Tigers are up 6-4 here in the top of the 7th. 6-4 top 7 with 1 on, and runner at second, 1 out, and 2-0 count.
Immediately associate with horse races, right?
Right.
He's a mutter. And takes the call every day and doesn't try to be anyone but himself.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, his mother was a mutter. His father was a mutter. A mutter? What did I just say? There's a fly ball right center field.
Should be the 3rd out or 2nd out of the inning. 2 down, runner at second, and we'll see what Matt Kroon can do this time. The Kroon.
Look at the coach.
Brings up Matt Kroon.
Someone like you just built different, Freddie.
Garcia in the 6th.
You betrayed the Astros or whatever, the Braves. I like how Braves fans are like, why didn't he take less money to play for us like everyone else does? Because that's stupid. Why would he? Braves, then they'll be like, we drafted him. Yeah, congratulations. You drafted a player who is going to become a superstar no matter where he was drafted.
Winning season
Crazy.
2011.
He owes you some loyalty. No, you owe him some
Tigers,
motherfucking
who
money.
Finished third in the division behind the White Sox.
Especially since you got crazy good deals on Alblayas or whatever his name is, and Acuna, Ozuna.
They played well against playoff
What's
teams.
up? What's up, T?
Phillies
I'll just call you
tied it
T.
up with a
I'll just
two-run
call you T because I don't want to say, oh shit.
Boy, yeah.
Well, the game is tied. Another home run.
But how do you make up that ground with the in the standings?
Damn,
with,
he fucking smoked it too.
You know, with not winning very many games in your division, playing
Right.
well against good teams, playoff teams, teams with winning records. So you need to do that, but you also need to play well within your division.
Hopefully we can start.
That's-
Yeah, we have to
that's
play
what
good
has
against
to
like the
change.
Royals and them
the times
shitlords.
of Cleveland coming
Twins.
in and running over you. You know,
Guardians.
That's gotta be over. You gotta figure out
That's
a
gonna
way
take some getting
beat
used to not calling them the
Indians. A
Indians,
lot of the other teams are improved too.
because now they're
Gotta
just the
figure out
Guardians,
how
which is
how
crazy
get
to
up
think
and-
about.
and get up to the top of that division.
Kreidler on the backhand with a strong arm. Throws out Stokes to end the seventh, but a two-run
Oh,
homer
all
from
right.
Kroon ties it up at 6 apiece in Lakeland.
At Comerica Bank, we believe.
Let me. All right. What is this? Hold on, there's an old one. When was this from? So some newcomers scored. Yeah, it's basically a bunch of it's mainly been young guys doing the damage today for both teams. So that could be a bit of an explanation. Just waiting for the game to pop back on. It's a commercial break as per usual. Oh, Sonic 2 is coming out soon. Well, that's crazy. I never even seen the first one. Oh, it's Knuckles. What's he up to? Doing some crazy shit? Going, himself deep inside of chicks? Alright, let me unmute it.
And I like that example. So he followed with an opposite field shot. One of 3 home runs for the Tigers.
Due up this inning will be Daz Cameron, Eric Haase, and Cody Clemens. Let's see if they can take the lead back here. It is 2-2 in the bottom of the 7th.
We're tied at 6 as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
It is 6-6 in the bottom of the 7th. I don't know where the hell I just seen 2-2.
Eric Haase and Cody Clemens for the Tigers against Joe Gatto.
Yeah, that's a cool name. Gatto.
Phillies have a couple of homers. Derek Hall, a 2-run shot.
Yeah, I know, Amari, but at least it's just the preseason, so.
The Tigers with 3 solo.
You know, as an
bombs,
Indians fan, we would
looking
be
to reclaim
trash.
the lead.
Dolans are trash. We spend no
As
money
Cameron
as per
flew
usual.
out
It's
to right his
embarrassing,
first
but hey,
time up.
we got a damn catcher. Yeah, and you got Jose Ramirez, And you might get Trevor Story, even though you don't really, you might get Trevor Story, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for you guys at this point. It's like, Jesus, dude. $40 million is all you guys are going to spend. That should be the first out of the inning. And Cameron flies out, listless fly ball to center field.
Didn't really talk too much about Daz Cameron, about just being in that mix too, with Derek Hill and, being in that outfield mix and what he has to do, in order to solidify something or put him in that conversation.
Yeah, as long as we don't go like 9-18 to start the year off like we did last April, I think we'll be a playoff team this year. All we gotta do is go
Almost the opposite
500.
way
They're just like
against,
14 and
Hendricks
15
for his
if we
first
play
homer
20
at the major league
games.
level. Eric Haas, who
Or if we play 20, at
had
least
2 homers a
like
year ago,
10 and 10 or something. You
stands
know,
in
that would be
for
a
his
great
second
start.
at-bat of the afternoon.
I thought he had a good swing his first.
Because typically, our team's probably going to start a little slow. I would
Stayed
imagine.
on a pitch from a right-hander out over the plate and hooked
2-0
it
count here,
for-
bottom
for
of the
a line
7th.
drive.
1 out
Didn't really
for
pull
Eric
off of it.
Haas.
I thought it was a good swing. Hit it on a line.
What a difference a year makes for a mindset in spring training for a guy like Eric Haas. Fouls it away.
Foul ball. 2-1.
Remember him saying spring training experience in Cleveland, it was the mindset was, well, maybe I can help this team a little bit down the road. Now he says it's just the opposite. And A.J. Hinch admitted the same thing, Dan. We see him for the first time in his career with an established job.
And I just think, too, it was, what do you mean you want me to go play left field? You know, and what do you mean you want me to go over to first base? He was like, well, yeah, I'll go out there. If it gives me a shot at making the team, I'll go out and go anywhere you want to, you know. And he didn't know where it was leading to. And, you know, all of a sudden he's, you know, not on the 40-man roster and gets called
3-1.
and just from there just took off. And now it's just a matter of him knowing against just 8-up left-handed pitching. But, hey, you can hit right-handers, too. As big and strong as he is, he can hit them out at any part of the ball.
Ooh.
Look out.
Ball 4.
Takes the free pass, and here
Lost
comes
a little
Cody
control
Clemens.
there.
Menards brings you the big money encounter, and Clemens delivered to lead off the 6th.
Again, Cody Clemens got that open stance.
What's up, Preston? How you doing, boss?
Down and in, just dropped the barrel of that bat on it, lifted it into the bullpen.
I'm going to sit back down.
I think Cody right here again, just struggling with a walk to Eric
not
Haas.
quite.
Might be looking fastball. You throw me a fastball again, I'm going to be jumping all over it.
Well, you had mentioned Haas's
He already
willingness to
bad.
play
Wait,
left
did you
field
say
or
something
first
else?
base. That's kind of what we were talking about with Clemens before. And remember,
Mari, your other
He's the
message
first
didn't
baseman
send through. It
camp a
must have
year
took
ago,
something
asked
out.
His dad to send one of his brother's, quote, good first baseman gloves.
Let me refresh the stream. Maybe I
His
missed
brother
it.
Casey was playing first base in the Toronto organization.
You know how fucking YouTube can be.
Missed.
Hey, thank you guys. We're at 29 likes. I appreciate you very much. Thank you very kindly. I appreciate it. 1-1 count for Mr. Clemens, who had a solo home run in the, I believe, last inning.
Fastball to start him off.
Maybe the 5th, but it had to
Over the
have
plate,
one of the
let you
2.
see, okay, throw that fastball in.
Oh, it was the
Turn
6th.
on.
Okay.
Gatto comes
I'm
back
good,
with
man.
the
I'm good.
curveball.
I'm enjoying the game. It's a tie game at 6-6
Good
with a
kick.
runner at first and 1 out and a 2-1 count now for Mr. Cody
Swung and
Clemens.
missed it.
Then it would be
Curveball.
Josh Lester
Comes
due up
right
next,
back
as
with
long as
it.
he's still on
I've
deck. And
seen
he is.
that one. Good adjustment.
Yeah, it's the first game. Yes, sir. Yep.
There's the
I
terrific
think
run.
tomorrow's the second one, but I don't think there's any real broadcast of it. I'll pull it up after the game ends.
Now, that was a 2-2 pitch. So Clemens punches out for the second out here in the 7th. And here comes Josh Lester.
But yeah, it's the first one of spring.
Lester's got some pop.
Baseball was fun. They wanted me to play this year at my new school. Why didn't you play? Baseball rules. It's a fun sport. All right, here we go. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Shit. 2 out, 1 on.
Second plate appearance. He was hit by a pitch back in the
Here's
6th.
Josh Lester. Big old
Lester
dude.
led Tigers minor leaguers in homers a year ago with 32. 5th most in the
Sheesh.
minors. This kid can
Big
slug,
power
sure.
guy. Foul ball.
Grounds it foul. And another
1-1
first
for
guy.
Lester.
Did 5 different positions.
First name is Mo. Wait, yeah. First name is Mo. Middle name is D. If you rearrange his name around, you know, it's D. Mo Lester. You gotta talk to your teacher. He's the coach. What position do you play?
Speed in there.
That'll be called a strike. 1 and 2. On Monday? Yeah. I would assume it'd be Monday at this point.
Lester played his college ball at Missouri.
Here's the 1-2 to Lester. And he strikes out. And we'll go to the top of the 8th. It's a tie game.
To end the 7th, we remain tied at 6.
Rejuvenate.
I'll unmute it once the commercial break ends. You're talking, you're taking online right now on MLB The Show 21 on PS5 with the Tigers. There you go. Hell yeah. I don't have a PS5, sadly. But, yeah, I have the show 21. I liked it, but I don't know. Used to play shortstop. There you go. Be like, what? The one position I could never play. I don't think I was quick enough to play the position. PS5 is $500. Yeah, I couldn't afford that shit. Xbox is better. I actually agree. Solely because I have a way to play the Xbox. While I can play Xbox games on my computer. As soon as PlayStation or Xbox, or as soon as the show comes to computer, it'll be perfect. I hope they make a computer port for the show 22. We'll see though. Let me unmute the game real fast. It's back on.
Here to work the 8th.
Will Vest.
Now pitching is Will Vest.
5 pick by Seattle. Got his major league debut.
You got the Xbox Series S. There you go. That's not bad. It's a much better price than a PlayStation.
Back into the Tiger organization. Tigers obviously didn't like losing him before. Wanted him back here. And
Wendell Rijo, Jalen Ortiz, and Simon Mazziotti.
Being claimed by Seattle and then being designated for assignment in the middle of July, he said, I learned that I was good enough to be there. Facing Rijo and then Ortiz here in the 8th.
He's got a good arm. Got that good four-seam fastball, change-up slider.
Tigers' 12th round pick in 2017 out of Stephen F. Austin.
That'll be strike 2.
There with a fastball to make it 0-2.
You got to get the game. Oh, to the show 21. I think if you wait, like, I don't know, you could probably look around and get it for like $20-30 now. Like, especially since the 22's coming out soon.
This one fouled away.
And I'm pretty sure MLB The Show 20 is like pennies on the dollar. Like the value of those. Oh, but there is no Show 21 or 20 for the Xbox. So you kind of have to wait. Yeah, I don't know. Xbox, that price of that game might be artificially high for a minute. Because with PlayStation, I know that the Show 20 or the Show 19 was like $5 if I wanted to buy that in comparison to 21 when I bought it. I was like, whoa.
What do they need to do against those teams?
And that'll be a strike 3. Good pitching there by Vest. Down goes Rijo on strikes. It'll be 1 away in the 8th.
We just, AJ Hinch has instilled in him. Look at, we are tired of this. Okay? We need to be better in our division. Okay? So it's just a matter of that mindset. Okay. So when you're going up against the White Sox, it's not like, oh, crud, we're against the White Sox. Oh, man, here come the Indians again. Yeah, I just
That's how I think. God damn it, we're playing these guys.
You know, no matter what the score was, what part of the game it was, when you're playing the Indians, it just, here they come.
Back
and you just, you know, the Indians knew it. You know, that's just like, okay, we're going to win this game. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to win it. I just felt that too many times. And the White Sox just seemed like just would run over them too many times. And it's just a matter of getting tired of beating up. I mean, I remember it. You know, Sparky would have conversations with us about, I am so tired of the Yankees, and you guys looking at the Yankees like, oh my gosh, there's the pinstripes, you know, and big name here, big name there, you know, and it caught our attention, and it was like, you know what? Yeah, you know, we can beat those guys. We're big names in here too. We don't have to, you know, cow down to anybody. And I think that's where exactly it starts. And also the changes that they've made and the signings, the trades, and becoming a better overall team anyway.
And it is kind of a strange situation from a year ago, because Detroit had a winning record against Houston. They had a winning record against Tampa. They had 500 ball against Boston, New York, and Toronto. Matter of fact, the Tigers were just a game under American League first place teams a year ago.
You know, and again with the playoff expansion too, you know, and you had 77 wins. How many is it going to take? Good fastball.
Vest gets another out.
Vest has blown away the first two hitters he's faced.
You need to go to a Tigers game? They're pretty fun. They're pretty fun.
Shown a very good, just a real good.
Yeah, we can beat the Yankees.
I think. Four-seam fastball and just right by him. Belt high, just challenge him. Here it is. Hit it. But you kind of like that mid-90s fastball.
Is he a one-inning guy?
How's he out up now?
Well, you know, we haven't seen a whole lot of his secondary pitches just yet. You know, that's the thing. You know, when he starts pouring in that fastball, and the hitters will say, "Okay, you know, they're going to."
0-1.
What's his secondary stuff look like? See that change-up grip.
Tigers need to score some runs in the bottom of the bottom of the eighth, so we don't have to bat in the bottom of the ninth.
Good stop by Dingler.
1-1 here, 2 outs in the top of the eighth.
Muzziotti, his second at bat of the day, had an RBI double in the sixth.
But we were talking about, you know, how many wins is it going to take to get into the playoffs? Will it be 82, 84? At some of those divisions.
No, it's not really that bad. I mean, typical gamer. I mean, they have to. I mean, it's what your team wants to pay. I don't think there should be a cap. I mean, they are in luxury. They are paying quite a pretty penny, the owner is. So it's really on the owners to spend more money.
It's so important to win your division. Don't count on just sneaking into the playoffs. Just you got to win your division.
As A.J. Hinch told us in the second inning, though.
What's really funny is you guys have like one of the richest owners in baseball.
And then we move on from there. And I know that
by their first name, yeah. Well, I mean, it's Muzziotti
but it really is
for the batter right now.
Baseball season.
You got Garcia, then you got Munoz.
You really have to adhere to. White Sox won the division.
It was either Muzziotti or Mozziotti, and it was Mozziotti, of course.
And if you want to think about, you know, the division records, like we were just talking about with the Tigers, and how they struggled a little against the division. Chicago had 44 wins against the AL Central.
And walked in ball 4.
Detroit's 30 were the fewest within the division. I mean, even Minnesota, who finished last in the division, still had 37 wins within the AL Central. So you kind of, I'm not saying fix that problem, but that's an area you really need to concentrate on. You improve those numbers, you think about how much better you could be.
Now that's one of the things that, you know, you address too. You say we got to get
1-0,
stronger and better up the middle, and you know, trading for Barnhart, 2-time Gold Glove winner, handling a pitching staff. Javi Baez up the middle. It doesn't get any stronger than that at shortstop. And then depending upon what happens with Riley Greene, his progression if he makes the team out in center field.
1-0, runner at first, top of the eighth, 2 on.
About the bullpen being very much improved. The starting rotation is improved, so you want to talk about right up the middle. The Tigers certainly have addressed that.
Yeah, the newest acquisitions. Baseball is so full of numbers, but the newest acquisitions has given Detroit a wins above replacement of almost 10 from Fangraphs. Almost 10. That is It's a big number when you throw in the Rodriguez, Baez, Barnhart, and Chafin. Off the end of the bat.
Should be the third out, and it is.
And that's a good inning for Will Vest. We're through 7.5, tied at 6 in Lakeland.
Now is the
Oh, shit.
This is how we do it.
All right, commercial break. I'll unmute the game as soon as it pops back on. It'll be the bottom of the 8th coming up. It'll be Dingler, De La Rosa, and Short due up. Dingler, De La Rosa, and Short. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Tie game, 6-6. I feel like we played the Phillies to open the spring training last year as well. Joe Gatto is pitching, the cat. Joe the cat is pitching. Get it? Do you get it? Yeah, it seems like it. We always, yeah. I get we're all in the grapefruit, so I guess I get that. But, you know, just seems kind of cool that we play them last year to open it off. Where the hell's the game at? Oh, well, yeah, it's a commercial break. I think it's back on.
I thought this is cool. So Arizona State baseball got me this. It's pretty cool. They do it for every draftee. This is number 20 on April 22nd, 2018.
Oh, cool. It's Spencer Torkelson. Just kind of like a...
Against Utah. And then this is actually the freshman home run record against University of Washington at home. May 22nd, 2018, number 22.
Love it.
Pretty significant day, huh?
Torkelson at his home in Arizona, courtesy of the Detroit Tigers. Had a chance to go out there and visit with him and take us.
Some of my
around
friends are
some of his most
Astros.
precious items.
I stay in Houston, but from
A little work to
Michigan,
do on the man cave,
they be
but
saying why y'all
plenty of time
always
to do
beat
it.
the
He's
Astros.
a couple of,
Oh, because we have their
jerseys to
coach.
hang up there.
Yeah.
How's your man cave?
We know every single thing about their baseball
yeah.
team because we have the guy who built the team as our head
I'll tell
coach.
you what I need. You know what I have to get?
He knows the ins and the outs of the Astros star players. He knows what makes them tick, how to make them swing, what makes them play uncomfortably. He just has, you know, it's like a silly advantage to have.
You know, just I think the world,
especially when the team is basically like the same parts he put in there, especially even like the minor leaguers or the guys he drafted and like scouted.
Just how he feels about Alan Trammell.
So it's kind of like an unfair advantage to some extent.
Amen. I have that book. I'm fortunate enough to have that same book. And Trammell.
That's what you say. Yeah, it's the coach. Yeah, 100%. Like we have your coach.
So
we know all your weaknesses.
Those guys and how they're learning the game at the major league level and the little nuances that it takes to be successful day in and day out.
Yeah, it's not really fair, but it is what it is.
Learn from those people, but just to have the respect because, you know, it's not that.
Especially a guy who like helped build and like shape and mold the team like AJ Hinch did.
It's just, you know, well, what's he really going to teach me? You know, and for them to listen,
that's why I was very confused that they didn't fire Dusty the year after that. You know, they should have rehired Hinch like the Red Sox rehired Cora.
They're taking advantage of everything.
No, I don't really know why they didn't. One out.
Well,
they could have.
The fact that they're soaking up
1-1
a little bit. You know, it's Tigers history. AJ Hinch had mentioned to one of his players
No,
about
Spider.
Albert Bell the other day.
Right.
And the player kind of looked at him very quizzically.
You were. It was almost gonna happen.
Do you know who Albert Bell is? Go back.
Unless
and
it really
look
did
at
just
the guy who
happen.
Flat out rake. You know, I mean, those are some things that are.
That would be
fun to
quite the
discuss.
twist after yesterday.
Past greats in the game of baseball.
And 2 away.
2 away. Speaking of great, hi Mickey York. What's up?
Hey, Shep. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how A.J. Hinch.
Yeah, the Browns
feels
said that
about
they were
things
out.
after the game today, but by all accounts, so far things have gone fairly well as scripted. He said prior to the game today that they were as ready as they could be for the spring training opener. But
you guys are just trying to get
of
me.
course, that 4 days to work out in advance of one of these things isn't really enough. But he said, look, the players today
What up, Kenny?
do enough advance work that they're.
I'm being
pretty much
trolled
ready
right
to
now
go.
by
And
these
to their
rascals.
credit, they're always asking for more work, and the plan today was to get a couple of the regulars, a couple of at bats each, and then get a look at some.
What
of
was
these young
Baker
kids. And
Mayfield
so far,
traded to
that's
the
going
Texans too?
According to plan, he said, "Look, we're as ready as we can be for this thing, and we'll check in."
I would like to get Carlos Correa. I would have liked to get Carlos Correa.
Avoid any hiccups, away we go. But I think so far so good as far as a spring training start can go for a team that had hurried.
Yeah, there are Indians fans in here, I think, and there are Cleveland fans in here. What's up, Kyrie?
We were talking about earlier. Nick,
I don't
when
know.
you see
I'm gonna
Riley
have to.
Green
I'll
and
look on
Spencer
Discord real
Torkelson
quick.
come
If
through,
it's
and Cody
anywhere, it'll be on my
Clemens, they've done.
Discord.
Dan,
So.
he admitted. I mean, A.J. Hinch said look, the pitchers are always ahead of the hitters anyway in spring training, but especially in this spring training. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's just a matter of, again, their hitters are getting their timing down. They're hitting, let's say, soft toss, or they're hitting BP, or they're hitting off the cage. They're doing that kind of work. They're not
it did happen. The trade did happen. Deshaun Watson was traded to the Browns for 3 first-round picks and 2 additional picks for Deshaun Watson. So it's 3 first-round picks. And Deshaun Watson gets a fully guaranteed 5-year, $230 million contract. Holy shit!
Is that bat conditioned to catch up to that 95? And that's why I think. But it's also
Watson is a Brown.
Normal spring training.
Looks like 3 first-rounders and 2 additional picks, and potentially Baker Mayfield. You would at least imagine.
This is Ryan Kreidler. Mickey had a chance to talk with Robbie Grossman earlier today. Javi Baez as well. You and I watched Baez hitting on
the Browns are going to trade Baker Mayfield. I guess Baker wasn't in on the trade.
That guy can't.
He wasn't involved. Wow, that's shocking. Well, the Browns, I guess the Texans don't need Baker. They like Davis Mills. He's safe. Bullshit. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. I'm going to sit down.
Ryan Kreidler when we get back. The Tigers' 4th-round pick out of UCLA has done some impressive things in camp, and a year ago. And as a lead,
I'm live and I can't make any kind of videos. Hold on. I gotta mute something.
You need more room with a cash out refi.
All right, there we go. All right. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, Watson to the Browns. I thought Spider was just trolling. I was like, Spider, dude, seriously, you're going to try this low-effort bait? Sheesh. Well, that's a pretty crazy development. I guess he did wind up going to the Browns. He changed his mind. Well, I didn't see that coming. 3 first-round picks plus at least 2 other assets. Titans signed Austin Hooper. Wow. Little surprise there, I would have to say. Well, I'll make a video once more comes out. Yeah, the Browns are going to trade Mayfield, so they haven't really done anything with him.
See why Chevy drives the Motor City. And by Mary Grove Awnings, home of Michigan.
But wow, that's quite the development. Well, the NFL, dude, it was literally just a slow, boring day in the NFL.
But first, Mickey York, a little bit more.
And then this happens. Just blew up. Deshaun just took the entire day spotlight.
You talked about some of the highlights provided by these young
Oh, you're driving home?
Tigers
For sure,
today.
yeah.
Ryan Kreidler is another guy.
Oh, the Tigers are doing all right. They look good at the beginning of the game. He's been so-so.
About him earlier
6-6 game, top of the ninth. It'll be Munoz, Okimi, and Ohop.
So I got a chuckle out of that. But he said, look, everything he
Or
does,
Akami, maybe
does
is that
with
guy's name.
perfection. If you watch his hands, if you watch the way he makes his throws, he goes, everything is perfect.
Let me guess,
And
there's
he
like 40
practices
different
that
people
way
making
as
YouTube
well.
videos.
So
Oh
he
my
said there's one
gosh.
thing that kind of
Deshaun
separates
Watson
him
got traded.
above some of the guys that he has seen and the guys they've worked with. It's just his work ethic and his attention to detail, and it's one of the things that
It's a video that
Tigers
should have
are
been
really
made
high
by
on as
several
well.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
other
say.
players just speak glowingly about him. So it's really good to see a guy like that within the Tigers system and a guy that they've been kind of grooming at that shortstop position.
Well, that's
with
cool.
ability
Good
to play
for
third as well.
Cleveland
Thanks, Mick.
fans.
Marcus Solbach is in a wall-side window.
Adams is now officially a Las Vegas Raider. Yeah, that stinks. You're a Phillies fan? Nothing wrong with that. What's your favorite football team, Cars? Oh, Eagles probably. Yeah, that makes
Major League
sense.
Baseball debut, but spent several seasons in the Australian Baseball League.
Marcus Solbach.
Parts of his professional career and systems with the Twins and the Diamondbacks,
The
and
Joes.
the Dodgers.
How do you feel about Jalen Hurts? You think he's the guy?
So it's up a line drive to
One
center
away.
with one quick out.
Munoz flies out. It'll be Akami due up.
Ever watched was a Tigers game at Tiger Stadium, and he told his mom after that game that he wanted to play baseball. It was watching the Tigers at Tiger Stadium really.
Jesus. Every penny of Watson. Watson got a fully guaranteed 5-year, $230 million contract.
To Detroit in 1995, moved back in 1996, and made annual trips to Detroit.
The batting. You can watch the batting literally like on the site. Go to MLB.com, make an account, and yeah, there you go. You just watch it for free on MLB TV today.
Looks really comfortable out there. Real
Yeah, it is, Stanley. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Strikes just like
Yeah, Lions picked up Chark. Great pickup.
in a game like this.
1-1 or 0-2? Which one is it?
Get an opportunity.
1-1 with one away in the top of the
And
ninth.
they tell you to come over. Hey, you got a chance to get in the game. The big game over there. You dress, you sit around all day, and then you get your number called. You go out and come right after him
Kinda
like
like
he's doing.
Organize everything.
Take advantage of that and leave a good impression for that coaching staff.
Messages. Hold
18
on.
games played at two
Apologize. I gotta
levels a
check
year
something.
ago, AA and AAA.
I remember
with
these.
elevated
I never
numbers.
click on that.
Into the shift, but right at first baseman Josh Lester.
Oh shit, that's fucking dope.
2 away for Solbach.
Shep, I always think about this. You never know who's watching. You never know who's in the stands. What team is watching? Who's looking? The opposition. What eyes are on you? Who are you going to impress? You have no idea. So you take advantage of that and go on.
I have a baseball glove on my head. I
saw this right-hander.
Decide to use it as
like
a
this guy.
head.
You never know.
What channel? Oh, Bally Sports. Yeah. Yeah, Watson's a Brown. Talk about on my screen. What do you mean talking about on my screen? Like show? Like what? There is nothing to really show, is there?
And it's a 2-out infield single to keep the Phillies ninth alive. In football, they call that, on
There's
tape,
no video to watch on my
Yeah,
screen.
in baseball, it's not dissimilar. You got scouts everywhere. Just about
Yeah,
every
Watson got
single game.
239. Yes, sir.
Just seeing if
I have a
there's
baseball.
somebody that they might be able to.
Just as a hat. Okay,
different
I was gonna say.
organization to strengthen the depth
I was
of
like,
their
you decided to use it as a head. Well, yeah, you would definitely have to use your head as a head.
Different sport in hockey.
That tracks. That's just how things work. All right, bottom or top of the ninth, 2 away, runner at first. Here's the pitch from Solbach to Matthew Kroon. That'll be outside, ball 1.
I like the way he does this. I like the way he does that. It's just one thing that they're happening to be impressed with, and it doesn't have to. Hey, this guy throws 96, or boy, this guy's got a good slider. There might just be something that sets them off a little.
That'll be just a bit low, ball 2.
Somebody ends up making an impression on.
Yeah, or what those teams may need, right?
Yeah.
because every team's in need of maybe some different things. Matt Kroon's 2-run homer in the 7th tied it at 6.
Wild pitch.
By Dingler.
Oh boy, the Tigers are sure. This game sure is taking a minute to get to final, isn't it? We're at 3 hours. For a spring training game, that seems like a long time, but that's all right.
You get the first 2 outs in an inning, and then the pitch count starts to climb a little bit. You got to settle things down. Giving up the 2-out single, and now way behind Kroon 3-0.
Wonder if any other major receivers are going to quickly join up with the Sox or with the Browns.
With the runner on second, 2 outs.
Clemens at third, Kreidler at short, Zach short at
Even
second.
the Browns all excited.
Up the middle, Kreidler. Soft hand.
And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning.
We head to the 9th, tied at 6. The Tigers' top 3 in the order. Robson, Cameron, and Haas due up to try and untie.
I'm gonna keep on loving you.
Oh, god damn it. What the fuck?
'Cause it's the only.
I hate that it keeps playing that this one commercial with immediate music. All right. We're going to the bottom of the 9th of a tie game here in spring training. I don't think there's actually extra innings. I think if this game ends tied, it's just a tie game. I don't think there's actually like extra innings when with this. Yeah, I'm thinking so. Baker decided, I guess, old boy decided to light it up this weekend, Deshaun. Now, what would be even funnier is if the NFL suspended his ass after they traded Baker. They went, he's out for the season. I'd be like, oh, that's cold-blooded. Poor Cleveland. But they gave up 3 firsts and multiple other picks. I think it's 2 other picks. So that's an expensive grab there for the Browns. But it gives them the quarterback they want. They get to move on from Baker, trade him off, and get a little bit in return. Oh, yeah, it would be just Case Keenum then. Yeah, you're right. Ooh-ah. Will the Tigers walk it off here in at Joker Marchant Stadium here in Lakeland, Florida? Will Robertson, Cameron, or Haas do something? Yeah, great game. Good game to the old Phillies. Yeah, that's game. That's final. Yeah, I don't think they want to go to extras. I mean, I think they can agree to go play extra innings, but I think both teams just decided, hey, are we all good here? Yeah, let's hang her up. That was fun. That was fun. That was nice. It was nice to see the Tigers back. It was awesome. It was really nice to have some baseball again. Let's go take a look at the Tigers. Go look at the TV schedule that remains. Let's see. There's no broadcast of this at all, it looks like. Holy shit. Like, this will be on the radio. This won't be on anything. So I think we'll do this game, but we'll have to do it in a way where we just have like the thing up and we'll just talk about the game. Like that way or something like that. Like with like the play-by-play thing on the screen in the background. That was a fun stream. Thank you all for watching. It was really good. I enjoyed the stream. Thank you for the 31 likes. I appreciate that. That was very, very kind. We did good. It was a good time. Tigers looked pretty good. It was nice to see Riley Greene hit a home run. We seen Badu hit a home run. We seen Cody Clemens hit a home run. We seen Torkleson double. We seen a couple Dingler hit a double. So that was nice. We seen Ryan Kreidler play pretty great defense. So there was a lot of things to look at. Eduardo looked pretty good pitching. Had a little things to work out. Kind of had a weirdly strict umpire at the beginning of the game. I don't know what he was doing, but all right. I think I'm going to get out of here because I'm extremely hungry and I really want to go eat some dinner. So I'm going to wrap this up. Again, thank you all for coming out and watching. We'll be doing as many Tigers games as we can. Yeah, the rookies didn't even seem like the situation wasn't too big at all. So hopefully that can continue going forward. So, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, we'll be trying to do this again tomorrow, same time, same place. And yeah, Sunday we'll be doing the Yankees and tomorrow's the Pirates, and we'll just keep it going and keep it moving. Yep. All right, though, everybody. I appreciate it. Expect a video to come out like shortly after this stream ends because I have to go make a Deshaun Watson video now. So, all right, though. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day. That was exciting to watch the Tigers finally get some action back in. I know it's been a little while since we got to see any kind of good shit, but, you know, it is nice to finally be back in the old swing of things, as they say. So, hopefully you have a good rest of your day, night, morning, whenever you listen to this. And, oh, wait, this is in a video. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, bye-bye. Have a good rest of your day. Go Lions, go Patriots, and, of course, it's always go Tigers. And just a few more weeks